So reconciliation with Abe. Let's just check and see what's going on with this. It feels like with you and Abe, there is deep connection. There is lessons to be learned, and this was part of the plan. It doesn't feel like things are out of order. I don't know that that means reconciliation is in order, but I think it was definitely one of the important stops in your life this go around. So let's see what's going on. Let me flip this down so you can see. Emergency check on the reconciliation with Abe. Wow, those feel really good. Something's going in a new direction here. I'm liking this. Okay. 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 There's a lot going on here. I'm going to scoot this so you can see it. Hopefully that'll do the job. What we've got here in the position of you now is the Two of Pentacles. This juggling, juggling, juggling. Always the lovers juggling their choice. The challenge is the lovers aspect of this. It feels like this is a partner, a relationship, a choice to be in each other's world. But I don't know if you go on in the lover's path any further. It feels like the assignment for you two has been done. The choices you made to be together is there. But it feels unsteady still. Right here, the Ace of Swords, there needs to be some new truth going forward. The Four of Swords, consciously there needs to be retreat. The Ace of Swords here, the truth and understanding who you are and who you've been to each other is more important than trying to reconcile and create something or mend something that you can't force it. A square peg round hole, right? That's what it feels like. It feels like the love that has been is what it needed to be. Now let's keep going. The retreat, retreat, retreat here. And here we have the 8 coming in so strong. Oh my goodness. This is the death, excuse me, the 13 coming in so strong. This is death and rebirth, subconscious. Look at, these two are just worn out, done. And death is kind of dancing a jig in a very victorious way. I wouldn't reconcile. Would I repair damage? Yes. Yes, I definitely would go for repairing damage, but I wouldn't reconcile with the idea of going into the lover's mode again. Not with him. I wouldn't do it. It feels like you'll repeat old patterns. Better to repair and maybe allow a friendship relationship to be there rather than one of lovers, and it would go forward. 10 of Cups, happy family in the past. Maybe you guys share kids. Maybe you share experience or intertwined families for a period of time. There's been definite closeness, but this is happiness in the past. Knight of Pentacles is prepared to go forward, do something new, really take on something new. And this one, this Knight of Pentacles has the big, big rabbit. Usually the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest. But there's something going on here asking you to move forward with a little bit more haste. Not in the same direction. Not even by the same vehicle. Literally, it's not a horse, it's a rabbit, it's a hare. So you're doing something a little bit different. It feels like just recently, maybe even as recently as yesterday or this past weekend, there's a shift. A shift in the wind, a shift in the air. If you try to go into this thinking it's the lover's path again, it's going to be smoke and mirrors and confusion, delusion. All kinds of head in the clouds dreaminess that doesn't work. If you make a choice of how you want it to look, the aspects of the relationship that you can use together to forge a way forward as friends, then that would be an interesting. What shift? I know, energetic shift is what I'm feeling. It feels like within the last couple of days, there's been a shift in the air, a shift in the energy, a shift in the feelings. Does it feel like you guys are instantly in love and you want to go at it again and try it again? Maybe there's that temptation, but I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't say, yeah, it's time to try and rekindle an old flame. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. 6 of Cups, nostalgia is all around this. This is something, a little bit of rose-colored glasses. And the King of Cups says detach, be calm emotionally, be very, very calm before you move forward with this. This is important for you to know. Now let's look a little bit further. I want to get the second deck and clarify in here. As far as the King of Cups, I think there is more compassion towards each other that can be there, but I don't think that the emotional fusion, the emotional bond that you would have with a lover is lasting. I think it will fizzle again. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, that's just the feeling I get. Queen of Pentacles. This is coming through about you knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing what your resources are, knowing how to use what it is that's important and be very, very grounded. Sometimes your emotions will do a number on your head is what it feels like. And then again, look what comes through again. So we've got this. Death and transformation. Let the relationship transform. Let it become better than what it was. Don't go back to the same old energy that you had before. If there is a friendship to be had, you know, sometimes I say you got to relegate somebody to the friend zone. You got to put them back there in the pages of the past where there's bittersweetness and you can let it be. You can accept what it was for what it was at the time, but move forward independently. Don't move forward and think that there's lovers or repair or remarry. There's times when people, even people I know, have remarried only to repeat the same pattern, have separated and moved states apart, only to reconnect and then separate again. And it feels like it would be a lather, rinse, repeat on that. So if you go at it differently, you might have a friendship that's intact down the road, but not the same romantic thing that you had before. That's what I've got for that one. Now let's have your second question come through and we'll take a look at that. Okay? Yeah, that's really, really clear. And the death coming through, it's death and rebirth. It's something different that wants to come through for you on that. And this is the Good Fortune Tarot that we looked at. And it's really a fun one. It's quite a good tarot. So I like that one a lot. Let me get a little water and I'll look for your second question and then we'll go with that. And if you get a read, please let Kim know and go ahead and type your questions. My iPad's being a little glitchy today, so we'll see what happens on that. Future love potential with Ricky. Okay. Wow. Okay. Getting some interesting energy coming through. We saw the rabbit on the last one, and we saw the Knight of Coins on the rabbit, right? We saw that. There's rabbit energy. It's like spring energy is coming in hard and fast for you. Really, really strong. It's like you are the rabbit. I don't know how to put that plainer. It feels like you are the rabbit and you are like in the mode of love is in the air, spring energy when all the new chicks and baby rabbits come. It's like, yeah, you are rites of spring. That's you right now. Don't know how to say that. You're in the groove. That's what I got for you. But let's take a look what's going on with you and Ricky. That energy feels way better to me than what was going on before. So let's take a look. And I've got the Good Karma Tarot. We're going to look at that for you. Okay. Good Karma Tarot. Oh, hang on. I moved my phone a little too abruptly. There we go. And this one is a little bit of a teeth kicker. I keep it in with my other teeth kicker decks. They're blunt. They're to the point. Just like boom. They really don't usually mess around. Let's see what's going on. We're going to do the same layout. See what happens. And then we'll get a little bit more of the highlights and lowlights and see what's going on in here. You and Ricky energy. Okay. Queen of Cups. Wow. Wow. Protect your priorities going through. Wow. 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 Okay. All right. All right. Now, this is not usually how it's spread. Wow. 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 Okay. This one, I tried to get it out of the tray, and it's like, it's like pulling teeth a little bit. Let's see what the highlights are going to do here. Wow. 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 Queen, queen, queen. You are in queen mode. All right. Okay. You're a little bit stuck on the newness of relationships. This is something subconsciously going on, and we're going to look as we go forward. But the Hanged Man is here for a reason. You got to shift your perspective about what you think relationships are and how they relate and define you. This is huge for you. Then you have the Fool. This is the newness. This is a little bit of cautionary on being in love with love, okay? Cautionary on that for you. It's a big thing. You kind of run in like a little fast. Now, why I'm saying queen, 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 you have the Queen of Cups here in this situation where you are now, and you have the Queen of Wands in your conscious thoughts, and even in the highlight above, you have the Queen of Coins, Queen of Wands. So let's take a look. We're going to flip this down so you can see. Sorry. Let me make that more clear for you. And as I was dealing these, usually it's 5 across, 5 across. I stopped at the 4, went across the bottom, and then 2 offshoots. So this is an interesting thing. The energy would lead me to chart the course a little bit differently. Now this one, Sneaky Pete, right? This one is cover your ass, CYA card. Know what your priorities are. Know what you are loaded up for. It looks like you're loaded for bear. You're looking at things of the past. You're still looking at, wow, how do I, okay, there's not a nice way to say this, so I'm just going to say it and forgive if it's too abrupt. But you're still looking at a Disney version of what love might look like, and that's not how love looks sometimes. Sometimes love is when they put gas in the car because you hate the smell of stinky old gasoline. Sometimes love is when they're mowing the lawn or doing something sweet for you. Love is in the actions that they do, and they might not be flowery and bring you flowers or write you love notes and all of this, but you're looking for it in a Disney version, and it's like, boom, stinger pop right to the head. Like, hey, knock it off. You're more grown, and you know, and you want the romantic frou, but you need to also understand what the reality is in the daily grind. The deep and abiding love that is the happy ever after doesn't happen at the wedding. It happens in the years and years that follow, in the understanding and the meeting of the minds and the meeting of the hearts, not just the heat and the sheets and the flame and the passion and the excitement of the new. And this is where it gets a little tricky, because sometimes, you know, you're in love with someone or you're doing a relationship with someone and there are boring, mundane things that have to be done. The trash needs to go out, the garbage needs done, toilet needs scrubbed. This is real life. This is what's going on. So cover what is your priorities. Be aware of your tendency to think about it in an idealistic way and your tendency to look on the past. And then let's do this different for you. Let's go about this different. Okay? You are coming to this time where you do have the higher lesson of judgment here, where you're employing your higher self, where you're getting more territorial and more clear about what it is you want. You're getting more approachable even. And then you have this 8 of coins coming in. It's something that is second nature to you, but you need to be in charge of the creation of the thing. So although you can put all these things together, you need to create something a little bit differently. That's what's coming through here. So this is huge. If you're going to create something with Ricky, if you're going to go forward and do something with Ricky, you need to do it differently than you've operated in the past. Your MO has to change. Not just the attitudes and the way you think, but your MO. And that is tricky. I would think that you would be somebody that enjoys a good sprint or enjoys a good race, not a good marathon. That's a different kind of thing. And this is what you're learning. In the subconscious, the broken heart, what's been wrong before, or why hasn't this worked before? It's not that something's defective with you or something's wrong with you, but the way you think and the way you've operated isn't serving you. So the new truth kind of breaks your heart because you have to be more practical. You have to be more practical, more grounded, and understand your value and what your resources are going into it before you get all invested in somebody else, okay? Now here, recent past, we're showing 7 of Wands and boundaries. You need to be clear with those up front. I say frequently, that's showing up warts and all. That's like, okay, you're going to go on the date. You're going to order the chili cheese fries. You're going to have the extra ice cream or whatever it is you want. You're going to do it as raw and authentic and real and true as you can do, instead of, you know, having the best makeup on or whatever. If you go and you're having a rough day and you're going out on a date and you're in a relationship with this person, they need to be able to see you a little bit rough too. They need to be able to see what's the real deal, not the glossed over version. And you need to let more of that shine through more often. It will help you. It will serve you. It makes it easier. 6 of Swords. Now this is turned sideways. It's like you are leaving the rough waters, and this is in the near future. I want some clarification on this. And these, I use the blue edge, so I'm going to clarify with a pink edge. What's going on this in the near future? Oh, if we see this, sometimes we see it as a climb in this deck. In other decks, you see them in the boat and they're being ferried away. It's a little bit of rites of passage. It's a little bit of a moment where the rites of passage happen. This learning for you is coming through. It's like you make the climb and you are getting to the higher vantage point. You're going to see it a little differently. What else is going on here? Page of Swords. You are going to see it. You will have learned from what you witnessed, what you experienced. It's like you want to be the knight and move fast, 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 but you're learning to get it a little bit slower, to enjoy the climb, to enjoy what you're learning along the way. This is huge. All right, put this here, put this here. Now let's see what's going on below, okay? All right, we have this where you're learning your priorities, and this is also guard your time. Not just the way you think about how it should go, but guard your time. Knight of Wands. This is usually bull in the china shop, but this one's actually taking the slow way. Look at this. This is very interesting. This is coming through. Yeah, this Knight of Wands is learning how to go slow too. I'm really liking this. For you and Ricky, this feels like good. Take it slow, take it slow. Slow it down even more. See where it goes and allow yourself to explore without allowing it to be in the pressure cooker right yet, okay? Wheel of Fortune is surrounding this. There is a lesson that is fated for you, and it's a good lesson. It's coming in really strong. There is a little bit of Wheel of Fortune here and Star. It bodes very well, very well. The hopes and dreams you have, if you take it slower, take it easier, just explore the relationship without having it have to be everybody marching down the wedding aisle in 2 seconds flat, you know? That'll be really good for you. Then here's the friends that you're celebrating. Celebrating your life, and don't go orbit mode all around this person. You're doing your life. You're doing what it is that's important to you. Now, let's see what else is going on here. I want to see, because we have this one here. Write down what it is, the aspects of yourself that you want to learn as you go through relationships, love relationships in general, not necessarily specific to any one person outside of you, but more specific to you. What it is that you think you get out of having somebody else contribute to your life, what it is you want to experience with another person. Not just being in love with love, not just being in love with the security of being in a couple. And you're one that probably will always love being in a couple more than being on your own. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's an understanding of self that needs to come in a little bit deeper and richer for you. And it changes how you do things in love when you do that. Ha ha! Ducks in a row, 2 months, ducks in a row. This is getting things lined up, and this is when things should come in swift. So the next month, slow, okay? Go slow. Pace yourself for a month, and then allow things to line up really good. About 7 weeks from now is what I'm hearing. Okay, what else is going on? Anything else she needs to know regarding this? I like this relationship with Ricky much better than anything that you've done before because you're ready to learn to do it different. Ah, love it. Why are you doing it different? Queen of Coins here. You know your worth. You know your value. You know what you offer. She turns the tumbleweed to the Christmas tree. Not everybody has that skill set. So when you pay attention to this, this is when things elevate in the relationship field for you. This is when things become a little bit deeper, a little bit more than a Disney version of something. This is not tra-la-la-la-la. This is more deep because you're going deeper and doing the deep work of your own soul. The higher self, the higher version of you is presenting in a different way. I love that. This is what I love going forward. Yeah, this is great. You're loving this reading. You're loving this reading for her. Good. Yeah, this is what I got. It's like just everything you want to do to invest in yourself in the next few weeks. Do. Allow yourself to explore and do it differently. You're welcome, Vika. You are so, so welcome. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous, gorgeous energy. That's what I got for you. That's complete. Holy smokes. All right, I'm going to get some water and we'll see what's going. Both readings were spot on as always. Good, good. Hopefully it helps. They're just here to help. They aren't going to override anybody's sense of choice or agency or what they're going to do, but they might give you a little bit of a, yeah, I knew that. That was in the energy. Yep, that's true. So that's even being called out. Yeah. Sorry, onion. Sorry, but that's how it goes. Okay. I'll get a little water. If you've paid for a reading, let Kim know. Steph for a blind. Okay, our Steph for a blind. Yay! Our Steph for a blind. Really interesting. We're going to the Victorian era one. Charms still on? Yes, charms are still on if you want them. Okay, our Steph for a blind. We're going here. Ooh. Okay. That's a little unusual. Just 1 second. What are we at here? Why are we in here? I have no idea, Steph, why we're in here. I don't even remember the name of this little bee charmer deck. All right. Yeah, bee charmer as in fried green tomatoes, as in itchy bee charmer. There's something about that energy coming through for you. All right, let's take a look. First, Steph the blind. We're going to the Victorian something oracle. Very, very classy energy coming through. Not classic, classy. Very, very classy energy coming through for you right now. I'm just going to pull a few cards. You'll see the flavor of the deck and the women on this deck. And it's like this aspect of self is kicking into a higher gear for you. Ooh, this one wants to come out. The ancestors are bringing it through. There's something very, very old time that comes in, something tradition. And when I talk about fried green tomatoes and itchy, she's kind of a spitfire. She's not the traditionalist, but she had the value to stick up for a friend, stand up for a friend, do the right thing. This is something that she did, and to be perfectly herself. And this one is bringing through the grace of the ancestors. Let's see what else is coming through. There's a balance in the relationship that's coming through for you. Things have been a little bit, I want to say off kilter or out of whack, but they've been a little bit, it feels like not balanced. Now let's see what else is going on. Wow, gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this. Nature's coming in here. It's like the spring energy that's coming through is really, really good for you. The beauty all around you is shoring you up, buoying you up, helping you feel a little bit stronger. I'm not sure why, but it's coming through in such a good way. And then intention. Here you are, sweetie pie. Look at this. Gorgeous one. Different from the norm, different from what would be like the cookie cutter type of person. But look at this gorgeous goddess of truth. This is very high priestess energy to come through. Intentions that you set, the nature and your natural way of being, and then the ancestors coming through. I'm going to tip this down so you can see. Let's see. Okay. All right. And I'm going to flip this down and get a few more coming through. Hopefully you can see where these are at. And then we're going to go to the other. There is something that is needing healed, and I've got this healing oracle here. Let's see what's going on. Oh, sweetie, I love this for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, kindred spirits. This is your support, your soul family, soul tribe around you more and more and more. It's like you have needed, wrapped up and comforted. This feels like the same woman here as here. It feels like you've been through a little bit of the time that's been tricky. Ancestors are there supporting, bringing this in. Kindred spirits in the ancestors, but kindred spirits in the earth realm, on Earth School right now. They're here. They're here. They're here to help support you. Look for signs. You're going to see them. The ancestors again are coming through in bird form again. There is more freedom than you would understand there to be. There is less obligation, less heaviness that needs to be there. It feels like you've been carrying a lot of heaviness that needs to go. And some of it might be dictated by what's going on situationally and family obligations or obligations to kids and whatnot, but traveling a little lighter is important. There's change coming in. This energy needs to be there. More time for you to take care of yourself is imperative for you coming right now. Let's see what the healing cards have to say. Well, okay. The giving heart and develop self-love. Now that is a gorgeous card. This is like you'll do for everyone before you do for yourself, and you need to do for yourself. The unseen heart, and you are significant. There's nothing to prove here. Let me show you this one. There's nothing that needs proved anymore. It's like, I'm going to flip these down so you can see everything. Yeah, these are gorgeous, gorgeous cards. Gorgeous. This energy is important for you to recognize. It feels like if you spend the time healing what is yours to heal, that it's going to ripple out. You're going to actually heal others by healing self first. And it is so often the way, but we kind of forget. And we take care of whatever might be the triage situation first without taking care of ourselves, and then we get too run down. All right, let's see what these two have to say. The rebellious heart. This is thinking for yourself. This is doing independently. There's something you're going to do in a very edgy kind of way coming up. Thinking for yourself. You're going to do a little bit off the wall, something that's really beautiful and good for you coming up. And then the daring heart. These are all the healing heart. Learn to lead from wisdom. So what you're doing, what you're teaching, how you're going about sharing your gifts with others is huge. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're honoring self. I want one more in here. Yeah, it feels like one more wants to come in through here. Let's see what it is. It feels like we've got one more coming in here. But very much, if you take the time to get yourself squared away first and your priorities squared away first, then you'll be able to help others or be more clear about what it is you need to do. First thing in the day, get clear, do something for yourself, even if it's just enjoy your coffee in the quiet and let nobody bug you, that kind of thing. It's important. You need to take care of yourself first for a little bit of a moment for the clarity to come in. That's what I'm getting. You're thinking of a big move. Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't think that you need to have the answer just yet. Give yourself time to just contemplate, to just be. Patient heart. Give yourself time. Move forward and grow. Yeah, there is definitely a divine timing coming in on this card. I mean, you can see it. You can see it as clear as day. You have a steady morning routine. Don't let yourself be distracted from that routine. And don't let yourself give up too soon. You might want to incorporate a few more moments if you can, because it serves you well. And taking care of yourself instead of just, I've got to do da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Get the time where you can feel like you've gathered yourself to yourself. You've gathered your energy in before attacking the day. Okay? There's something about timing on this. You're early for change is what I'm getting. Although you want the change, you're early for it. The change will be coming, but it feels like you're early. Now let's see what's going on in this one. Okay. We've got Gaia coming in here. This is every bit as much as this. The change, it's like you would need this to be ready to wrap yourself around, to make sure you take care of your energy and yourself, and then strengthen that intention coming in. Then we have desire coming in. This is something that you're passionate about. This is also referencing a little bit of the lover's energy. It's like something needs recalibrated and rebalanced in that aspect before you make choices, before you make decisions. Whatever's going on in the lover's aspect of things, it needs to be balanced before you make a big choice. Balance that out. Balance yourself out. Balance this out. And then make choices. Shadow side, allowing the High Priestess to navigate the labyrinth. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is allowing a next level of trust for yourself coming in. You've got here shadow, and this is very, very high priestess. Again, we're seeing the cape and the cloak here. We're seeing a version of it here. We're seeing it here. Your inner high priestess is trying to lead you in a huge, huge way. And then navigating the labyrinth. There's the lesson. It's not like you're going to navigate one circle deep in the labyrinth and be done with it. Why am I getting that so strongly? I'm getting literally, it's not just the labyrinth here or the old Greek labyrinth. I am getting that there's something in that Goofy movie. You know the one. You know the one. Yeah. The Labyrinth movie that was popular in the 80s. That one. There's something in there. If you were to go to see like what would be like a movie trailer or just a short clip from that movie, you would know. It would speak to you. There's something in there that's in the way they've written the words, in the way they've written the dialogue, that it's going to make sense to you. Yeah. Dance, magic dance, all of that's coming through. All of that. Yeah. There's something in that. I don't know if you have the Labyrinth deck. It's kind of a thematic kind of wackadoo deck. The card is strong enough. It's telling me there's layers that you have to go in. Go in, go in, go in. You're getting more and more to the core of something, and that's what you have to do before you can come out the other side. Yeah, yeah. You have to find what's at the heart of this, and it's your own heart that needs honored the biggest. That's what I'm getting. That feels very, very complete. That's beautiful, Steph. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, and if you're contemplating a move, holy cow, I've got to get you on the phone and chat with you. We're overdue for a chat. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what I've got for you, honey. That's complete. You do have that deck? Yeah, yeah. There's something in the movie. I don't know why. And it does feel like it's a Jarrett line, if that makes sense. That's what it feels like. So I don't know what that is. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Yeah, I would be fascinated to find out what that is. And if it comes through and you feel like sharing it later on the tube and you want to pop in whatever it is that makes sense to you, that's great. That'd be great. All right. Let me get some water, and then we're going to do 2 pinches for Vika, and we'll see what's going on. 1 second. Michelle, you did your very first reading for Stephanie the other night. Good for you. Yay. Oh, good, 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 good. I'm so excited for you. That's fabulous. That is fantastic. Okay, Vika, charms. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to angle this down so you guys can see. Dang, you're just joining live and all that. You're telling Stephanie is connecting for yourself. Isn't that the case? It's like we think we're the only one learning a certain lesson, or that, you know, it's so personal as far as how it feels to us, but it might be a broader lesson, a broader lesson that a lot of us are going through the same. Especially that movie. Well, then maybe you ought to check it out too. Yeah, okay. We're going to look for Vika. And Vika, what I'm getting before I dive into this, I'm getting something that feels like a homework assignment, a personal assignment. It feels like it's not to do with relationship. It feels like your homework. So let's take a look and see what's going on, because that feels like the premise. Okay. The homework for Vika. Wow, okay. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to move this so you can see. And it's going to be beautifully viewable on the YouTube. Okay, so what we've got here is the seahorse. This is somebody that does one thing and another. The roles are reversed in how seahorses are. And so the role you take on is different than you think. The rabbit, oh my God. The rabbit coming through here. And even though you've got your mojo going really strong in rabbit mode, there's something about speaking your truth that needs to come through a little bit more, and taking action for self. Not action in relationship, action for self. Huge. Fairy on the moon. Ooh. There's fairy energy around you more than you think. I would look for fairy rings and circles. I would look for mushrooms. I would look for, if you built a fairy village, like you know how Dollar Tree has their spring stuff and you can build a fairy village with the gnomes or whatever. It feels like this fairy energy wants to come in. Yeah, fairy energy wanting to come in. It feels like if you want to connect with the fae element, it would be a good thing to try doing this spring. It would be some kind of connection that you could actually make. Very, very interesting. Now, people might call that same energy different in different cultures around the world, but the way I know to speak it is fairy. Some people would call it sprite. Some people call it fae. Call it what you will. It feels like guidance that is a little bit of the playful water guidance that Nell would always bring in. You've seen Nell come in through my readings before, and you've seen me as I'm dialoguing with that guide. It feels like somebody that would be of that variety for you coming in, coming in. So this action you take is more a dedicated spiritual action towards self. Now here we have the bloom where you're planted coming in. Skull and crossbones. Caution, caution, caution. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then we've got a little bit of this coming in. Now, if you look at this, you can see the Christmas tree. I'm flipping it over. You're looking for, let me see if I can get this. Hopefully you can see the Christmas tree there. But you're looking for Christmas presents and presents under the tree way, way early. You're early. It's not that you can't have a great Christmas coming up, but you're early. You're looking for presents under the tree, everything wrapped up with a pretty bow. No, that's not how it's going to be. Bloom where you're planted. That's the key for you. Understand to speak your truth. Understand to develop what it is that are your gifts that you have in the now moment, in the now version of self, instead of projecting everything into the future, into the future, into the future, into the future. Another seahorse. Now, the seahorses don't come through very often, but look, we've got two of them right here. This one's giving you the insight, the premonition, and the role that you're playing is going to change. And another seahorse is encountered later. This is down the track. Down the track. This is adaptability is what I would say with these roles coming in. This feels very much distinct to you. This is your homework. This is a version of yourself that is a little bit further developed. There's time that passes by. Don't worry about the Christmas present so far. For you, I would think the Christmas present would be like couplehood, a love relationship, blah, blah, blah. Get your mind off of that. Start developing your own talents, your own skill. What is your own song that needs to come through and the music that needs to come out of you? This is important for you. I'm going to give you a little bit here. The music that needs to come out of you, the song that needs to come out of you. This is what needs to be brought to voice and what needs voiced for self as a way of standing for self. It doesn't matter if you just give yourself a lecture in the mirror. It doesn't matter if you write down, this is what I am committed to, and then you light it and send it to spirit as some kind of ritual for self. But whatever it is, you need to give voice to it and at least be clear and straight up with yourself before you advance and do anything else. Yeah, you did get a homework assignment. Yeah, you just did. And there is an anthem that needs to come through, a song that is your anthem that needs to come through for you. I can't tell you what that is, but you will recognize it. You will know it. You will know it. And that needs to be played more. It reinforces, strengthens, layers, adds layers to what it is that you're doing. And it helps you be strong in a time where you felt like a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit like you've been run over by a bus or whatever. No, it helps you be stronger. It helps you move forward. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I am getting one, and it might not be exactly it, but Kelly Clarkson, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, is coming through. That would be a jumping off point. I don't know if that's the one you want. I don't know if that's what you choose, but you can get through it. Yeah, Kelly Clarkson is doing a lot, and she's covering a lot of other artists. She's very, very gifted. What would the world be without her fabulous voice, right? Voice your voice and let it come through. Some of the things that she is bringing through are really helpful for you. It will resonate with you in a way that buoys you up, shores you up. This is important for you. It helps you get to your truth. Sometimes we have songs that come through that are so emotional. It's very, very, very to the bone for us. You were just listening to her covers. Yeah, that's what's coming through. And then this is coming through. This is the last part of this. This is the heart. This is your own heart's desire coming through. Of course, you, like so many of us, enjoy being in couples and enjoy being in love. But in this part, it's about how you do the self-care, the self-love, and owning your own truth that's going to carry you forward in a good way. That's what I've got on that. Okay, I'm going to dump these back in, and we'll do the second charms read for you. Usually with charms, there's not a question asked. Usually with charms, I don't go, okay, this is homework, this is homework. But we're going to juggle these up a little bit, shuffle these up and see what's going on. Okay. We're going now into something, and it's different than the homework, and it doesn't feel like love relationship. The homework sounds right. Good, good. What I'm getting here is the sacred, and I'm getting, yes, okay. And getting the spiritual tarot out too. You're getting some soul growth homework for the next span of time. Yeah, this is the season where you start bringing more and more of the sacred through for yourself. This is huge for you. Whatever this is sacred that you're bringing through, and this is huge. Okay, second time. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's this one? The sun. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. I'm going to flip this down so you can see. These are pretty far apart. This is going to be tricky to navigate this, but you can do it. All right, let me put this back here. Okay, so we've got the river coming through here. This is always learning how to get into the flow and flow with the river. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous. This is one of my earrings that I threw in with my charms, and I just love it. It reminds me of flow. It reminds me of being in the river. And this is how it goes. When you are in the flow, you're in the point of something where you have the easiest outcome, the best outcome. Things move clearly. You get the lessons. They become crystalline clear. I love this for you. We have the horse that's going down, really, really. The horse that's going down towards the river now, I don't know if you can see this clearly, but it's nose down. And this is where the flow is, the river, the flow. And we had seahorses before. This is, you need to look for the deep messages. It doesn't look like it needs to go forward. It needs to go deep diving. What's down there? Something that's been buried. It's almost as if you're trying to retrieve this crown for self. Retrieve what it is that is your gift. Retrieve what it is that is your spiritual connection. Yeah, there is spiritual homework. It's like, you've been very pragmatic for quite some time, and you've been very lower chakras, like the sacral, the root chakra. Those two chakras have been a little bit heavy. It's time to kind of balance and let some of that energy move through. It feels like there might be blockages to pay attention to before you get into the solar chakra. The solar chakra needs a little bit of focus. The root and sacral, not as much, but the solar, how you define who you are, who you're becoming, that lesson needs to be examined and looked at. Sun's coming through here. Yes, 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 absolutely yes. Sun, sun, sun. Huge rays coming through here. There's something in here coming through like a gift in the purse. This is coming through as a purse, not so much a clamshell, but like a purse. And then the bird. Yeah, this is coming through. Once you know that you need to start seeking this spiritual gift, this spiritual lesson a little more, you're going to be able to carry it with you going forward. And it's going to be lighter weight. Not so much heaviness in that rooted chakra. Like worries about security and finance and money and the basic root chakra worries have been a little bit heavy for you. And it's not that you abandon them, but you need to balance them out. Understand what it is that you have and that you are covered. You are cared for. There is provision. Hanged Man. Yeah, this has got you strung up for a while. The perspective needs to shift. The King of Cups. Oh, of course he comes through. Of course he comes through. Of course he comes through. Yeah, this is being detached from the emotional stuff that really keeps you in this place of security and fear and lack of security, all in a big knot. And it keeps you stuck. And you're switching that out a little bit. This is what I can tell you straight up. This isn't saying you're going to win the lottery and have every need met and all the money in the world. What it's saying is you are ingenious at figuring shit out. You have the capacity to figure out the next steps. So if you're worried, oh no, what's going to happen if this happens or if this happens, or the world's just a crazy place. Shit can go sideways really, really fast. What you need to know, absolutely, is you have the capability to be the ruler of this. You can adapt. The adaptability came through before, and your skill at figuring things out and taking care of what needs taken care of is always with you, inherently with you. Your way of listening to your intuition is getting stronger. It's with you. It's with you. It will help you as you're balancing these things out. Be aware, be aware. The gift is inside of you. It's not necessarily coming from the bank or the bonus that work maybe sends you a bonus of money or you win this on the slot machine or whatever. It's not the external thing. The gift that you have that takes care of your root chakra energy and helps resolve that so much is for you to realize you know that you can figure it out. You've gone through tough shit before. You've gone through really tough times and you get through it. You always find a way through it. You're doing really, really well. Okay, back down to the charms. All right. Oh, the dragonfly is coming out. This is coming through in July. This is a time frame here. This is coming through so July, it's ridiculous to me. Ridiculous. And then we have you going into winter here. I want 2 more cards. This is transformative change energy. Huge, huge, huge. The ability to navigate really, really well. To me, dragonflies are sometimes similar to hummingbirds, where you can go forward, back, up, down, navigate very precisely. Yeah, this is the ability to navigate in a different kind of way and to steer a little bit differently. They are designed differently from butterflies for a purpose, for a reason, and they go specific. They go laser specific. So get specifically what it is you want on board for yourself. There's change, transformation, and growth. And dragonfly, huge sign of change coming in. Wow, love that, love that, love that. Other lesson here. Ha, ha, ha. Woo, love it. Higher self coming in strong, strong, strong. There is something that's going to remind you that you are so in alignment with your higher self. You're going to love it. There's going to be something that comes through and it's going to feel very complete. It's going to feel very whole. It's going to feel very restored. This is huge. This is the card of resurrection, but there's a wholeness of self that is understood on a whole next level coming in July for you. And let's see what's going in. We've got the wolf coming in here, and this is leading me more towards winter. Before on your homework, we were seeing Christmas early. This is the wolf that sometimes travels alone and sometimes travels with the pack. This is very, very interesting. There's an old book that you might want to check out if you haven't already seen it. There might be something in there for you. I don't know for sure, but there's Women Who Run with Wolves from Clarissa Pinkola Estes. And it's got all kinds of different legends, and I don't know which one. You might want to look at the Skeleton Woman story from that book. It's really good, and that might be the only thing you need. You might go in and find something that might be even a little bit different. There's trickster energy that comes through with this wolf also, like the coyote energy. Very, very interesting. There's a little bit of trickster energy that in the winter you'll be able to look back and know how you were a little bit of trickster on yourself and how you can embrace that aspect of self and go differently. Yeah, it's like you sent yourself on a detour on purpose. Maybe you had planned that before you even got to Earth School, that you would send yourself on this little detour because you knew you'd enjoy it. Interesting. The Seven of Wands. This is finding the way to set your boundaries really, really strong. Now, the wolf will know the perimeter of where they need to hunt. They know where the pack needs to be. They know if they've got enough acreage and land and ability to hunt, or if they need to go separately. They know this. So you know what your boundary is. You know what you need to defend. What else? Nine of Swords. This is asking you to defend not just your boundaries in the physical, defend where your mind is and let go of anxiety. You will go through a low-grade anxiety in the winter, and it's like when you recognize it, when you're having the sleepless nights, and you take the time to recognize it, you'll know how to correct and fix. But it doesn't mean that you're free of reprieve of anxiety forever. You just know, you know your own symptoms, you know your own signs and what to look for. You know that. So when you go there, when you're getting worked up in the hamster wheel of the mind that we all often do, you'll know, okay, you know what? I'm really just putting off whatever it is, decision making, or putting off progress by letting this run amok. You don't need to do that. What else is going to go on? Get clear on the boundaries. Get clear on this. Anything else? Yeah, I'm seeing the wolf hunting the perimeter, and it's like the pine forest and the perimeter. Hunting, hunting, hunting. This is wolf, wolf. Wolves are not afraid to go on their own, be on their own for a while, and then they rejoin the pack in a way that suits them. This is very much how you would do. Very much. Yeah. Yeah, you may even see wolves between now and Christmas popping up more often than not. Like after July, you'll probably see them. You might even see them beforehand, is what I'm getting. I don't know why. Yeah. I'm getting this image of, I think it was Lone Pine greeting cards or something like that. But there was this greeting card. It was this Indian woman with her hair blowing in the wind. Very, very beautiful. Probably over glamorizing things, but really, really beautiful. And she had on her leather. She had on fringe. She has this hair going on. And she was very, very strongly the lead. Very, very, very strongly the lead. And this woman has wisdom for you. And it doesn't feel like it's Buffalo Woman. It doesn't feel like White Buffalo Woman. It feels like that woman is a reflection of you, the things you know, how you handle things when you're in your strength independently. Yes, again, going back to the solar chakra. Yes, again, important for you to pay attention to that. Okay, I got a card. I don't know what it is even. Three of Wands. Yeah, what you've been waiting for is coming for you, and it's coming for you big time, and it's bringing it in. This time is here. It's the Santa Fe Burger is arriving in winter. That's what I'm getting for you. Yeah, that's complete. That's what I've got. That's absolutely gorgeous energy for you. Holy cow, I love that for you. Love, love, love it. That's what I've got. That feels like beautiful, beautiful energy. But it is going to take deep diving and a lot of work coming through. You're welcome, honey. You are so, so welcome. That was gorgeous for you. Gorgeous. Hey there, Amanda. Hey. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, I'm going to put these back in the charms box, and then we'll keep going. So let Kim know Amanda, if you want a reading, let Kim know which read you've paid for. We're doing paid reading list, and it's open, and Kim just posted what I'm doing today. So the list is clear right now. Let me get some water, and I'll put these away. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So just 1 second. Okay. All right. feels like it's almost time to do the collective. Okay, you sent for a full? Okay, all right, for Blessedly. Let's see what's going on for you. Ooh. Oh, we're going into what's called the Soulless Tarot, and it's very deep. It's walking through something a little bit different. So, okay, Blessedly sent for a full. We're going to that one next. Where is that? I know I've seen that recently. It's right here. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we're going to see what's going on for a full for Blessedly. Wow, it's coming in a very different layout. It's not coming in the Australian 10. It's a wall that you're going to climb. It's on the side. It's laying like a brick wall that's as if an earthquake has moved a wall, and it's no longer this way. It's set sideways. So if this is the wall, it's all of a sudden at an angle. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to flip this down so you can see. So for Blessedly. All right. Wow. This doesn't even want to come out in the traditional way. Holy smokes. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on here. I need room to put these. Okay. It's like bricks on top of bricks, so they've compacted on them. Very, very crazy looking here. These have 2 each, and these have 3. So this is higher up on the wall. This would be like, to me, what your thoughts are right now. You're gonna have an adjustment coming up. 3 of Cups and Ace of Swords. The truth that you carry through, the truth that you are, how you own your integrity, and those around you, and the way you celebrate yourself is huge. And it needs to be present in your mind a lot. What you're doing to honor self and celebrate self, lift a glass. It's important. This isn't a time for doubt to be in here very much. No, let the doubt be. Let it be gone. These are deep cards. This truth that resonates with you, sometimes you wonder, it doesn't even feel as much as a doubt, but it's not as clear as you want it to be, and the clarity is coming over time. Here. Clarity is coming over time. The High Priestess. She unveils the mystery a little bit at a time, and it takes a little bit of work to do. And then the 6 of Wands, the victory. High Priestess victory is coming in huge for you, huge for you. It is an adjustment. There's something adjacent to what you're doing now. It's why it feels like the earth is exploding underneath you. It's trying to propel you forward. We got the Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and King of Pentacles. Oh, this is, okay. I've gotten this before on other reads, and I call it's the bad yardstick, the bad measurement. This is preparation with the Knight. The 7, this is reaping what you sow. And then the King of Pentacles having some backing on there. There's a lot of financial support, but over worrying about the finances is going to give you the bad measurement. Don't only think of it in this. This one, it gets buried again. It's like this wall that flips over, all these bricks get replanted again. Reinvest in yourself is what I'm hearing strongly. Whatever this is. And it's not, when we talk resources, we aren't just talking money to reinvest in yourself. We're also talking time. There's a gift that you need to pay attention to, a gift that you haven't honored enough that is asking for you to pay your dues towards that gift. It's more than just a meditating. It's if you want to be an Olympian, if you want to be anything with a specialty, you have to dedicate the time and pay your dues. This is coming forward as paying your dues towards a gift and reaps rewards. And it's one that you haven't really considered as much as you should in the past. Consider it again. Okay, back down to the cards. We've got the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Star. The 10 of Wands and the 2 of Swords are coming up first. The burden. Something needs set down in the way that you think and the way you carry. You need to work smarter, not harder. It's not about doing more hours, doing more hours, doing more hours, doing more hours. It's about the intense and intentional dedication to what it is that you're trying to do. The Two of Swords. One is not like the other. They're different from each other. They will complement each other, but you have to do one first and then the other. One is not necessarily interchangeable. They're both aspects of what you need to learn, what you need to carry forward, but you need to invest in one a little bit heavier than the other, particularly in this next 2, 3, maybe even 4 months. This is huge. Hierophant. Something about a teacher, something about learning something and getting the keys to something, and the Star, really connecting with your true north. This is huge for you. There's a way that you connect spiritually that you're getting more and more familiar with, more and more at ease with, but there's more to it than just the singular way. It's not just a singular gift. There's again, many gifts over here. You've planted one, let it grow, let it grow. It is time. It's like very much like you can nourish that gift, nourish that seed, keep watering it. I know it's a lot of garden metaphors, but that's what I'm getting. Keep doing it, keep doing it. It's one that's unexpected to you, and it will be something that is hugely rewarding for you. Yeah, and rewarding in a way that's not a financial thing. There's some things that you guys see me do when I'm doing tarot readings, stuff like that. You see me reading other things and doing other ways where my gifts come through and I use them other ways. You don't always see me doing some of my work that I do that is in resonance with me. But this is something that is for you to do for you first and foremost, and then keep moving forward with it. Okay, back down to the cards. If I can get this, go back down to the cards. All right, here. 10 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and then the Empress. Oh, loving it, loving it. It makes you very happy to do. It needs to be done for the joy of doing it for yourself. First and foremost, it's going to reap a spiritual reward. You wouldn't think that somebody that built brick walls was necessarily a creative artist, but I did hear somebody do something about, I think it was Da Vinci or something, and he brought through his gift, creativity and his art form in a different way. So he could even make beauty if he were creating brick walls and not masterpiece artworks. This is what it is. The creative impetus in you has to bring you happiness. So this is huge for you. And a little bit at a time, brick by brick, you're getting this laid down. You're creating the path that you're going to walk. Again, we're getting a lot of stonework here coming in. A lot of rock, stone, but you're creating the own path that you need to walk as you go. It's like you're figuring it out, summoning it, placing a stone, walking on that, creating it, figuring it out, placing a stone. And pretty soon you're laying the path in this whole new direction that you didn't even know. 3 of Pentacles coming in and the Empress coming in. This is teamwork, working together with, again, I'm getting soul family, soul tribe, inviting the divine feminine in to work with you more. Whether you're doing goddess work, spiritual work, whatever the belief system is that you connect with the divine, you're bringing it forward in such a way that it's relatable, not just for you to understand, but when you share with others, they get it. They aren't going to be worried. If somebody is pagan, if somebody's Christian, if somebody believes in Lemuria or angels or whatever, it won't matter. You will have truth come through you, come forth like water out of a fountain. This is huge for you. This is honoring the divine feminine with you. That's coming through big. Yeah, that resonates. Yeah, I bet it does. I bet you're feeling this flow huge. Okay, the World. There's a graduation. Temperance. Oh, and the Hangman. Wow, this is major, major, big, big, big. Wow, kazow. These are above ground. These are below ground. These are above ground. The World. There is a graduation. You've leveled up in some way. Now you're on to the next level. Like when we go from where I was raised, you had like K through 6, and then you went 7, 8, 9, and then you went to 10, 11, 12. But it feels like that. You're going into a new school of learning, a new school of thought. It's like time to come down from this now. And the Temperance card is here. The shift in learning, the curriculum is there. It's beyond just learning multiplication and division. Now you're into algebra or into the deeper coursework. Temperance, you're learning how to alchemize and transmute with the Temperance. And it's much deeper. And you are going to be able to take the sorrows, the gift of the sorrows. Wow. Wow. Okay. What I'm getting is the gift of the sorrows. Now, people will hear sorrow and it's like, oh man, nobody wants to deal with sorrow or grieving or deaths or dying or things that have ended. Nobody likes to deal with that. But the gift of the sorrows is taking all of these, what might be night creatures like bats and things that are a little unpleasant, the gift of the sorrows, and transmuting them to the gifts that can be actually used as a resource, used as a strength. Transmuting the liability to the asset is huge. Creating that shadow work to be an angel lesson is huge. This is something that you are learning to do. This is big, 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 big. Yeah, if people have a case of the crazies, bats in the belfry, whatever's going on. Yeah, like trauma doula. Yeah, if somebody has gone through something serious, crisis, big in their world, that is life-changing, earthquake moment in their world, you understand what it is to walk through that because you've experienced it. You understand the gift, like when we see the tower in the cards and the tower comes down, it's like boom. You've already had to move enough rubble out of your way and go on and see the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful that comes after the disaster. This is huge for you. This is huge. You'll do this naturally. It's one of your gifts. You'll do it naturally, and you're learning to do it in a different kind of way where it's not just helpful to like the family or friends that maybe are going through something, but you're learning to do it through a different way that is huge. Angela, ma'am, full body chills. Yeah, this is huge for you. It's big. Now, look at what's next. You're going to just love it. The Magician comes in next. The King of Swords. You're helping them strategize on what? Magician? King of Swords? On how to break free of something from the past, something that's chained them. It's not just life trauma or like somebody has passed away. Sometimes they're dealing with their own demons. Again, the gift of the sorrows. When we're addicted to our own past patterns, how do we break free of it? You can help people figure out way to manifest, to move through it, to transform it, to move through it. This is huge. It's why we got a broken wall. You help move the rubble away. It's huge. Then the Nine of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands, this is where somebody has been defending and defending and defending. It's the wounded soldier that has to look through life new. If you think of a soldier coming back from battle and say maybe this person has lost their legs, that would be a whole new world that they have to enter, a whole new different way of doing it. It's beyond the trauma, it's surviving, and it's redefining and re-engaging and falling in love with life again, that you know how to help people get through that kind of big change, big shift. You know how to do this. You got the King of Swords strategizing here. Queen of Swords, when you're going to see them having a pity party and you tell them, cut the shit, knock it off, choose. And you're going to be able to say to them just as bluntly as I'm saying now. Sometimes you need to tell people, well, are you going to be starting to dig your own grave? Are you ready to push up the daisies? Or do you want to get back to living? And you can say it to them and they will hear you. You might not be as blunt as that, but you might well be as blunt as that. They might need somebody to say, cut the shit, kid. How long do you need to feel sorry for yourself? And you ask them that. And when they hear that, it's like, oh, I guess I can be done with that in 10 minutes or a week, or I need a little bit of time. But you putting that question right in their face helps them look at their situation differently, helps them look beyond the victim lens into what do they want to do to be proactive and accountable for their own life. It's huge. And Queen of Pentacles. You help marshal the resources, not just your resources, but help other people marshal the resources they have in order to move forward. This is huge. Anything else she needs to know? We'll go to one more deck on this, but I think we've covered most of it. Anything else for her? You will need to take care of yourself really, really well. Be impeccable and pristine in the self-care right now. This is huge for you. If you do not take care of yourself, you'll get burned out and it's going to run you down too fast. It's a choice. It's a choice. If you go into something where you're sacrificing and spending or allowing a lot of your energy to be on someone else's behalf, you need to be able to be aware of how to call that energy back for you, and aware of if you're giving more than you need to. Be aware that it might be a huge requirement, but you need to be aware. The awareness is huge for you. And it might be that you're going to learn how to balance this a bit in this temperance way. What else? Nine of Pentacles, the independent woman. This is something hugely rewarding, but the independent woman in the Nine of Pentacles needs the time in the garden, needs the time to spoil herself a little bit, to pull back to what is her sanctuary, to pull back to where it's abundant around her. You can't just triage everybody else and not take care of you. That would not serve you well, right? Yeah, okay. If you're triaging everybody else and say you're running around and you kick something, you stumble on something and you don't address whatever is the pain in the foot, then you're going to be impaired in how you move forward. So be aware. Heard? You got it. Okay, great. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. And it is deep soul lesson going on for you. This is gorgeous, gorgeous reading. Yeah, a very unusual way of reading them. I don't think I've ever spread them this way, but absolutely a stunner of a read. That's what I've got for you. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Okay. Let me get a drink of water and we will see what's going on. Josie, the year ahead. Give me 1 second, Josie, and we will be right on it. Okay, Josie. I'm going to get the Deviant Moon out, and it is a teeth kicker deck. You're so grateful. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You are so, so welcome, honey. All right. Josie's here ahead. We are going to the Deviant Moon, and holy smokes, that was confirmation in a lot of things. Good, good. That's what tarot is meant to do. It's not meant to tell you how to do your life, but it helps you remember, it helps you be reminded. Okay, yeah, these are teeth kickers. Holy smokes. When Psychic Jen was doing readings, when I first started going on TikTok and she got some readings, it felt like 3 times in a row, maybe even more than that. We went to the Deviant Moon, and holy moly. Holy moly. Okay, Josie, Deviant Moon, year ahead. We're taking a peek. What's going on? And usually there's 2 cards in the center. It feels like there needs to be 3 for you. So that's what we're going to pay attention to, and then we're just going to get started in here. The Sun, King of Cups. Okay. All right. And so it begins. Everything is happy, happy, tra-la-la-la-la. You're thinking everything is great. The King of Cups couldn't be any more compassionate, any more fabulous, any more wonderful. Whether this represents the male and divine male aspect of yourself, or whether this is actually a male person coming in, it's the masculine energy in the compassionate way. However, this one is a little bit too detached from emotions. Look at this. Nah, I don't want to look at it. I'm going to run away. I'm not going to look at it, And what the meaning of this card typically is where you should run towards something that actually fuels you instead of away from something that you've encountered for too long. Let me get a cough drop. 1 second. It's a little bit dusty here, and I don't want to be coughing all through this read. So let me get that, and we'll continue. Okay. Same deck, second deck. This one has the borders on it, so we're going to take a look at these. Excuse me, guys. All right. May. What's going on? Why are you detaching? And it's almost like being afraid of the emotions. When something's coming in emotionally fierce, emotionally strong for you, you don't just get to deny that it's there. This feels like being in denial a little bit. That's not usually how this needs to be, but if you drink all of these cups and you're still sitting around there and just don't want to look at it, don't want to move, just like you'd rather be in a space of avoidance, it's not going to serve you. Okay. Going into May. To May. May, June, July, August, September, May, June, July, August, September. Something odd here. Okay, we'll have to pay attention to that when we come back. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and April. Okay, third deck. Let's see what we've got for clarifying this. Same deck, third. Now we are talking about May. This is the card of retreat, restore, renew, self-care, but also this is something when you've been avoiding something. You need to get rest, and you need to look at something with more clear eyes. This is huge. This is May coming up. This is huge for you. Your tendency to avoid this is getting in your way, and although you might think that you're doing self-care, you're doing an avoidance mechanism as clear as day. The over-idealistic thinking that is usually the wish card being fulfilled in June, it is a little bit too much of magic thinking in a not good way. There's something that feels like it's sugar glazed, something glossed over. It feels like something that it feels almost like the 6 of Cups here. A little bit of rose-colored glasses on something. What is this that you're wishing for? Ooh. And be very careful what you wish for right now. What you think you want, what you've been told you want, is that truly what is your heart's desire? Be very, very, very aware. Yeah, what you're wishing for needs to be your wish and not imposed, superimposed. Not superimposed by somebody else, whether it's tradition, whether it's parents, whether it's family and friends. You know, when people say, oh, you should write a book. Oh, you should blah, blah, oh, you should blah. No. Do what it is that your heart is calling you to do. You might be very, very good at things that are caretaking and nurse type qualities, but you might not want to be a nurse. Maybe that would burn you out. That's what I'm getting. Your wish needs to be your wish. Away from what everybody else is telling you. It needs to be yours. In June, you're going to get some clarity on that. We're going to get a clarification card on this. What else is going on with this? Haha, yeah. You don't need to walk across their swamp. Their boggy swamp is not yours to walk through. This, when you have the Page of Wands coming through, this is exploring, going through something creatively. You might not have to have the answer right away, but it's not their boggy swamp that needs navigated. You need to have your own dreams, your own desires, everything like that honored for you. July. It's going to feel like in June that you are crossing from somebody else's superimposed wish into learning and figuring out more of what you actually want, not what they've just told you you want. King of Wands coming here, taking the lead instead of being one of the little minions. You need to take the lead and be doing something that inspires you to go forward. Taking the lead, and this is coming through with a get accountable. It's not because you are unaccountable, but you need to be accountable for you as the primary, not accountable for all of these others. Maybe these others need to go and do their chores or go and do something else or bugger off. It's like ache right here. You're carrying something and it's throwing your alignment off. It feels like you are hanging with the wrong crowd. Your friends are going to shift in July. This is probably going to come towards the end of July. It's like, you need a realignment here. Yeah, some of these minions are going to drop off. Something's going to shift in July. You're going to have to let go of some old friends that don't serve in order to move forward. Now let's flip this down again so you can see. There's the July. August, the moon. Ooh, tricky. This is why this is such a teeth kicker of a deck. This moon has the puppets on the string, and you don't feel like in control if you're the puppet. If you're paying attention to your intuition, you're going to realize what you have control of and what you don't have control of. July and August are going to be winds of change for you big. You need to really, really listen to your intuition. Don't be so detached from it that you think, oh yeah, no, doubt. Your emotion and your intuition. Let your higher self and your intuition guide you. You won't have all the answers just yet, but you do know enough of what you don't want. You do know enough of what you don't want. There's more and more illumination coming through on this in a big, big way. You're going to clear the path and do something a little bit different than you expected. You may have no way of knowing this until you are in the thick of it in August. September, King of Swords. Absolutely. September, you're saying, cut the shit. You don't have a tolerance for this anymore. You're not going to suffer fools. You're not going to suffer idiots. You're going to need to do something different for yourself. You're going to create a plan in September. Wow. Now, September is the back to school season between August and September. It doesn't feel like you know what you want in August. In September, you're creating a new plan. By October, you're starting something new. It might be that you figured out, like, it would be similar to a kid going to college, a young person, and so they're going to college, but they don't know what their major is, and they switch their major. That kind of thing is coming through as the analogy for you. And it feels like you're going to know which direction you need to go in October. Let me show you what's going on here. Okay. Here, Fool card, right? He's looking back, but he's running forward. Don't look back for too long. Go forward, go forward, go forward. Take the leap of faith. Trust yourself. You don't need to be surrounded by foolish friends. And it's not foolish to trust yourself. What is foolish is to keep going on somebody else's dream. It's like if the whole world told you you were going to grow up and be a dentist because everyone in your family was a dentist. And you're like, I don't want to be a dentist. I want to be a gymnast. Radically different. You're going to know. By October, you're going to know. November, High Priestess kicks in. Wow. I need some clarification on this. High Priestess, when she enters the scene, you get a High Priestess year that's a year and a half. You're doing shadow lessons. You're doing deeper learning, deeper spiritual lessons coming through. And the hidden things get revealed. It takes a little bit of time. There's mystery. Things must be unveiled in their own time. And if you're asking stupid questions, you get stupid answers. If you ask deeper questions, you get deeper answers, but it takes a little bit of time. So you're going to have to look within and go within and go within a lot. And this is the beginning of something new for you. What else is going on? Ha! Oh my gosh. Can't make this shit up. Yeah, you have to go within. November, you are going within deep, deep, deep. It's like The shell has been broken off of something and something else is opening up big, 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 big. Yeah, this is like a neon sign from the universe. I have 3 decks out. I started with the one for the center cards. This was the second, what's going on in the time frame. And this is the clarifier. When you get this, yeah, you're going to be doing some shadow work. And yeah, you're going to have the High Priestess year and leveling up for like a year and a half. This is big. Your inner intuitive self, your spiritually gifted self is going to get challenged and meet up against walls, meet up against different people, meet up against different lessons, things that you want to say that were your belief system. And you're like, yeah, I can't buy that anymore. I don't buy into that anymore. I'm discovering or learning, or I know this is the truth that I carry. That's what's going on here. And it's going on huge for you. Huge, 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 huge. All right, that's November. You've cracked something wide open. December, the Chariot kicks in. Now you're learning balance and momentum and how do you want to go forward. Now this Chariot, you don't see the 2 sphinxes. In the typical depiction, you see a black sphinx and a white sphinx, or horses, in order to go forward. And they need to be evenly yoked. So what it is you need something that is even in order to carry your vehicle forward. This is coming through, sometimes even comes through when there's literal car troubles or literal travel. But it's at a standstill in this deck. It's stopped. Before you go forward, you have to have the balance. This is huge. Excuse me. Very, very huge for you. There needs to be the balance. This shadow lesson that needs to be balanced needs to come out and needs to be balanced before you proceed. Okay, now we're going here. Back down. Sorry, whiplash a little bit, I'm sure. Okay, so here we have this December. Now we're going to January. This is beautiful, beautiful Ace of Wands. This is career. This is career, family, all of that kind of thing. And it feels career. It feels like what you've been making decisions about all along through here, where you want your inspired energy to go, what you want to be devoted to, what you want to nurture and see grow. It needs to be something that truly, truly inspires you. This is the message you've been getting all through. Not what others tell you and not what people are attached and offer you, but truly what brings you into the light and illuminates you and lights you up and gets you excited. This is what's happening in January. You're making decisions. And when you readjust this, like if this was a college student that I sat across from you and you were going into college, I'd say take your generals for right now so you can get more clarity, because it feels like that clarity is going to come in, get more fine-tuned, get more fine-tuned, get more fine-tuned. So what I would say to you is explore the things, get the generals under you, keep exploring what is in the spiritual nature of your soul, because that's going to help you get more clarity. And it feels like there is a shift on what it is you want. What you think you want now is going to look very, very different in the months to come. Very, very different. And you can't anticipate some of this. Some of this you might go out and have an experience in August or in November, and it's like, that changed my life. There's those experiences that are watershed experiences that change our trajectory, change our desire, or open something up that we didn't even know existed. And that's what it feels like. All right, going back down. Okay, so we were in the January zone here. January, right? February. This is tricky. This is not what you're trying to do. This is like trying to force down something and it's not going to serve. This is the card of Sneaky Pete the Thief. This is also when you sabotage self. It's like if you're trying to knock back something and maybe you drink too much, indulge too much, and then you end up throwing up and you're hungover and it's crazy. This is no way to go about it. You cannot make progress doing something that seems like a fancy, great trick for somebody else's delight. You can't do it. What else is going on with this? You're still going to have competing ideas. It's like you're going to want to break free here in January. In February, you're trying to please and appease somebody else. And in March, there's competing ideas, comparison games that don't serve. February and March, you need to really remember this energy for January. Remember it big. This is a shadow lesson that you're learning. The High Priestess told you you'd have to face it. It's not entirely unexpected, but now you're getting to live the experience. So it's not just known in the mind, it's known in the soul, known in the heart, known to the bone. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, Queen of Cups. Oh. Queen of Cups. She's the one that reflects on love and loss and what's been in the past and what she lost. But if you get stuck in the drama, you don't want to be the drama queen. You don't want that at all. If you get stuck there, if you're wallowing, if you're like thinking, oh, what if, you're going to get screwed. So don't. Look on the past, reflect on it, and then what is your dream? What is it that's the grail for you? What is it you want to pursue? What is it that matters for you? This is huge. This is huge. The Queen of Cups knows what her heart's about. She is compassionate, and she's the most psychic of the queens. Your intuition was trying to lead you in November, and in between February and March, you're going to get led again. You're going to get a lesson here of the spiritual variety, and it's going to be big. It's going to be a little bit rough. Page of Pentacles. Oh, okay. The lesson's going to be about you figuring out what your gift is. Now, this one is the student that has the gift, and they're looking at it, and they're ready to move forward. I call it the Batman card, because this one hasn't figured out that he's the main character. He thinks he's Robin. You're nobody's Robin. You're the fucking Batman, okay? Go be Batman. You be the main character in your life. You're not Robin. Nobody's Robin. We're all Batman. We're the Batman of our own life, and we are intended to do so. So take the gift, take whatever it is you have, and move forward in main character energy. Big, big, ballsy, and bold. Do not hesitate. Do not be reluctant. Don't spend forever staring at this thing. No, move it forward. Okay. All right. Then we have April coming up. This is the card, I call it the med student card. It's internship and mastery. It's when somebody that's been the med student forever and ever finally goes into the hospital and begins practicing. He's gotten out of the books. He's learned, and things are starting to become second nature. He knows what he's supposed to do, and he's putting it into practice. It's doing something over and over and over and over until it becomes mastered. Until the gift that just shocks you here becomes mastered. Until you've done that, whether it's, the dentist or gymnast, if you're a gymnast and you've done that tumbling pass over and over and over, you know you can do it because you've seen it, you've visualized it, you've done 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 it. This is a card of mastery coming up. Let's see what happens. This is next April. Let's see what happens next May. One more. We had this where you needed to retreat and do the self-care before. Let's see what happens then. Navigation. You're navigating through the woods, through the flames, and this is having your boundaries clear. And you've got some clarity on this, but you're just barely cracking the surface of what's going on with this High Priestess here. This is coming through in a big way. It's really gorgeous energy. You are learning that you are the one that decides where you go. You're not going to be somebody else's minion, somebody else's puppet. You're not going to be through their bog swamp. You're going to start doing for yourself. You're going to start feeling what it is and feeling your way into doing these things and doing for self more and more and more in such a good way because you're learning about yourself. It's like none of us get through this and instantly know bang, bang, bang. We might have a few clues in childhood, but most of us don't think, okay, I'm going to grow up and be a this right off the bat and then actually go do that. There's different pivot points, different experiences. We adjust. Like I thought I was going to be a bone surgeon. And now whenever I watch like ER or Pit or whatever, we watch this and it's surgery. It's like, bleh, I don't think I could handle that. But third, fourth grade, I was memorizing all the bones in the body, thinking I wanted to be that. Yeah, so this is what's going on. This is what's going on for you. Your curriculum is changing. Those that are around you are changing. And you yourself are excavating what's there for you that you want to uncover about yourself. So think of it all like a big archaeological experiment. That's what's going on for you. That's complete. Holy smokes. Yeah, these are teeth kickers for a reason. Holy cow. That was a big one. That points to me reading the bones. Yes, perhaps it does. Yeah, I didn't think those bones would be exactly like that, but yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right, let me get some water and then we'll go to the next one. That's wild, really wild. Okay. Tanika, a full. Okay. Tanika, do you have a specific question for me? I'm going to see if it's showing up, if my iPad is going to show, but it may or may not be playing very well. It's not playing very well. Okay. We're going to the Neoteric Woman, and it means modern. It's got some great imagery, and I've got a second deck of this. It's a pretty interesting deck, so we're going to go to that one for you, for Tanika's full. I'm going to angle that down. We're going to angle this down, see what we can do. We're going to do this in the traditional Celtic cross. Now, you sometimes see me laying it in the Australian 10. Either way, the positions are the same, but I think I'm going to do it in the traditional way for you. That's what I'm feeling called to do for you. We're going to have to read this backwards for you, sweetie. I don't know why we do, but we do. Okay. That was a little bit of a wild thing. That's not usually how the cards want to go, and I don't usually find out at the end of it that we're reading it backwards. But that's what we're going to do. So we're starting out with this endpoint and what it could be versus what it might be now. There's an energy shift that needs to be made and an attitude adjustment that needs to be made. It's not because you have a bad attitude, but your thinking needs to be clarified on something. This is showing you can end something with a broken heart and it feels like it doesn't want to be so. It feels like you've already gone through a lesson and you're headed down a track that if you don't get off, you're just going to repeat the lesson. Clarifiers. Oh, Page of Swords, Page of Swords. Regarding the lovers. Oh, this is why we had to do it. You are coming from a place of insecurity about your heart, about what you're willing to risk, and it doesn't serve you. We've got the lovers here, and here, this where you're protecting the heart, protecting the heart, protecting the heart. This is sometimes called the miser card, and it's not that you're greedy, but you're going from a place of insecurity that doesn't serve. Page of Swords. The lesson's strong here, guys. When we have the Page of Swords wielding the sword twice, you have witnessed and seen something. You don't want to repeat it. You definitely don't want to repeat it. So what you've got to do is open up in a different way. Learn a different thing. And it looks like the heartache or betrayal that comes from this. If people just say instantly betrayal, that's lazy reading. Because there's so many other things that can create heartache for us when we get in our own way. You've witnessed and seen a thing. And now it's time to take the truth and carry it forward, but communicate more clearly. This one is not the world's best communicator, and sometimes is misunderstood because of it. And this one is sometimes considered a gossip card. It doesn't serve. Know your truth, hold your truth, and stick to it. That's what needs to, what is of value needs held, but you don't need to be insecure about it. That's what's coming through on this. Now let's go back to the center of it. Really interesting that we needed to go to the other part first. In the center, where you are now, the significator, leaving the rough waters for smooth, Wheel of Fortune and Fate. This one comes up sometimes when somebody is leaving a really rough, difficult relationship. Here's the Wheel of Fortune trying to turn this. It's like you've got two numbers of the combination to a safe already open, and the third one's about to fall if you let it. And it will open. The way will be open and shown to you. However, if you just keep spinning in the same two numbers and giving the wrong third number, you're going to be blocked. So be careful. If you want this to change for you, you've got to allow for change to be created first within itself and then external. Subconscious. 8 of Coins. Mastery of some lesson. 5 of Wands. Comparison game. Competition game. You never win at this. When you compare yourself to others, you never ever win. So this, if you're comparing yourself to any other person and trying to think that you're competing with them, get out of that. There is only one of any of us, and your job is to be the best version of you, the truest version of you possible. You're not meant to be somebody else. It's just plain and simple. These people aren't even paying attention to what the fight is about or what they're fighting for. If you want to create beauty in your life and be the master of your life and continue to create beauty, second nature, second nature, second nature, invest in yourself. Subconsciously, you don't want to go into this competition game. It's just not going to serve you to do so. Okay. Consciously, we have the Ace of Cups and the 9 of Swords. Wow. Spiritual stuff is mentioned here. Love and emotional stuff mentioned here. In the optimal. What's in the way and the block? Overthinking, over analytical. You are learning to be in flow. You haven't gotten that yet, quite yet. And believe you me, even at my age, I'm 56 this year. And this lesson's going to come through again and again and again for us. Sometimes we understand and we've got gratitude and everything's overflow. Other times we get stuck in this. Don't get stuck in the worry. Don't get stuck in the competition. If you can let these things go, then you have mastery and flow. So let what is intuitive guide you. Let what feels right in your heart guide you. Not your hopes, not your dreams, not triflings. Not imaginations of what it could be or worrying about the competition and worrying about what about this, what about that. No, just be authentic to yourself and you're going to do all right. 3 of Cups. Be around those who celebrate you, not those who tolerate you. This one, even though it came through in the upright, it feels reversed. And I read reverses when the energy feels that way because I've got so many decks that I'm not going to make sure every damn card is upright every single time. I would never be able to do readings. I would just spend my whole time organizing cards. This feels like reversed. It feels like you are tolerating or being tolerated, and you aren't surrounded by those that celebrate you enough. Be aware of this. It's probably why you're getting the Page of Swords gossip card too. You're sensing that. If something feels a little sketch, if you feel like somebody isn't being straight with you, or if they're dropping your name in a bad way, you're not being paranoid. This feels like that's what feels like is going on. Going forward in the future, King of Cups, a more balanced emotional energy here. Yes, it's up, down, very, very topsy-turvy waters, leaving the rough waters here. And this one is floating on the ocean, Big Kahuna style. But this one keeps calm, detaches from the emotion, lets it guide them, and then move forward. This is why we had to do this in kind of this upside-down way. Where are we at in the now for you? Queen of Cups. You're looking back on this lesson, on the love lost or what's been difficult, and you're renewing your dream and getting clear about what your dream needs to be in order to move forward. The environment around you, celebrating on victories. Not everyone that's on your that's in your corner is on your side, is what I'm getting. And it feels like there is something here where you are being lifted, and there is somebody that is, it feels like, flat jealous of you. Don't know what that's about, and I don't like saying that. But sometimes that is the feeling. So you're going to get it. If that's what I'm getting, that's what I'm telling you. It doesn't mean everybody's out to get you or you're paranoid. It just means realize what people are doing. Actions speak louder than words, and intuition speaks louder than that. So if you need to take a space where you're doing what you're doing, then do that. This is a time where you should be celebrating victories and where you are being lifted up. And if people can't handle it, they'll go into a competitive mode with you, and you don't need that. You know the truth. You've seen enough. You've witnessed enough. You know what betrayal looks like, and you know what slights are. This is something that's huge for you. You know when somebody's giving a backhanded compliment, or they'll say, oh, that dress, gosh, I could never wear something like that. That looks so good on you, but I could never wear something that loud. There's somebody that's a little, you don't need to be around the mean girls energy at all. Okay, what else is going on? What else does she need to know coming forward? You betcha, babe. You betcha. I put 3 in the center. The gift that you bring forward is huge. You are the richest reward, and you're on the path to it. The Emperor is here setting up how the rules work for him, for his own. He is taking charge of his kingdom. And then this Ace of Wands, your ambition needs to be yours, and you need to go forward. And you really do have this in your hand. The ability to do it is yours, yours, yours. 2 aces in here are trying to move you forward. Don't get stuck in the past. Don't get stuck in what other people say that you are or were. The version of yourself that you want to bring forward is for you to bring forward. Okay? You've seen enough of this garbage energy. You know what is good and you know what is garbage. You know the difference. You know how to differentiate. You know how to move forward. Whether it's a love relationship, a friendship, whether even it's a family relationship that you just need to create distance. It's what you need to do. If you want to pursue your own dream, it's what you need to do. And you need to realize that you have the reward right in your hand. The Wheel of Fortune wants you dialing in and being resourceful to your own self. The Judgment card isn't on here, but it's coming soon for you. You'll encounter it a lot. And the phrase that comes through with the Judgment card, and particularly yesterday was Easter, and the Judgment card has resurrection energy and blah, blah, blah. It's a restoring of wholeness, but it's to thine own self be true. That's huge for you. When you are true to yourself, you're in alignment and in wholeness. This is huge for you. That's complete. Wow, that was big. And this is the Neoteric Woman deck, and it's a Weispel Publishing House deck, but it's great. Yeah, it's really, really a good one. Yeah, and whatever that feels false in this past reading, if you're feeling it, there's a reason you're feeling it. You're just learning discernment a little bit more and more and more going forward. Yeah, to thine own self be true. It's huge. It's the hugest thing you can do for the next month or so. To thine own self be true. And anything else needs to just step off, right? Okay. Okay. Let me get a little bit of water, and then Kim, if you let me know who's next. Your circle is a dot. Okay, if your friend's circle is a dot, you're gonna make new relationships. You're gonna make new ones. It doesn't mean everyone that you meet is gonna be besties, but it is time for expansion. Okay, for Alyssa, a blind and a pinch. Okay, Alyssa, a blind and a pinch. here's the oracles over here. So I'm going to step over there and choose which oracles seem to apply. We'll do the blind first. Okay. Britannica, you've been cleaning house. Good. Good. Good job, honey. Yep, that's right on. Okay. Alyssa, a blind and a pinch. Okay. We're going into the Marchetti blind. Let's see if the divine here. Why are we in here? I have no idea why we're in here. Really, really weird. I don't think I've ever paired these two together, ever. And this is like, I don't know if it's the Kitchen Witch Oracle or what, but very, very interesting. We're going to go through some elements on the side. There's something about parsley coming through. Parsley, cilantro, that kind of thing. Oh, understand that you're not the garnish. Okay, Elisa? Understand that you're not the garnish on the plate, just there to make things look pretty. Sometimes we get this when we're in the restaurant, we order something and it's just all of a sudden that we're getting this garnish, we're getting extra cilantro or parsley. Is like, what is this for? Wow. Okay. We're getting like garlic for chocolate. There was a book called like Water for Chocolate. You're getting garlic and chocolate. There's a potency that needs to be there and a potency that needs to be understood and appreciated, savored and delighted in. Certain things are great with garlic and you absolutely, absolutely need them. This is the potency that needs to come through. Garlic is saying repel, but this is something where the people that are your people, they know and they'll love it. And the people that don't, they won't. And there's no reason to waste time. The people that love garlic are going to love it anyway. It's a sorting that's happening that's huge. And then we get chocolate as aphrodisiac. Those who love you, love you. So the difference, these opposites, the ones that are going this direction and they're going off, let them. And the ones that are drawn to you, let them. It's very much let them, let them, let them. That whole thing, I don't know who it is that has, that's been our big thing lately, but whatever. This is what's coming through. All right, let's see what else is going on. I want a 9-pack from these, and we're going to look down at those. So, okay, here we go. Here we go. So here's these. I'm going to put them to the side, and we're going to do 9 here. And I think this is Marchetti's Divine Legacy Oracle or something like that. And it doesn't have keywords or anything. It is just straight Oracle, and it's intended as such. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. All right. All right. What I'm getting is the sense that you're walking away from something that's been a really big hurt that has wounded. So hopefully you can see that well enough. And hopefully that's there enough. This is you right now, protecting the heart, a little bit of the Fool, a little bit of a new start energy that needs to come forward. There's been sorrow in the past, pain in the past, trying to hold a standard that isn't the correct standard for you to hold because it doesn't reflect what is accurate for you. You're not designed to be the smallest doll in there. If this is the nesting dolls, you're not designed to be the smallest doll in the bunch. You're designed to be yourself, to go towards the inner core of you, not to be made small. It feels like somebody else has set this up, and as if you were almost needing to break through the snow globe that somebody else set for you, needing to be taken off the shelf for the pretty, pretty place that they set you, the version of you that they put over here and were happy to dismiss and put to the side. This is something that you're emerging huge from. Huge, huge, huge. Huge emergence coming through on that one. That's the card. This is where you're going. It's like you are now wrapping yourself in your own passionate and powerful colors that need to go forward. You're being your own bannerman. You're being your own one that is bringing yourself fully forward. Huge, huge adventure you're on right now. If somebody said this is going to be one of the biggest adventures of your life this year, are you ready? You'd be ready. Well, I'm saying this is going to be one of the big years of your life. Be ready. Go for it. Go for it. Not time to play small. This is the time to go. Go for broke. Go for everything you can go for. Masks off. All right? There's something about divine timing coming in. There's a honey time coming in for you now. The time of sorrow has passed. The time of being on someone else's past. The honey time is here. The breakthrough time is coming. Go towards this. There's a portal opening that's specific for your timing, and it's something huge. You need to go towards this. It's not overly high ambition. The light that's coming in, that's a gift and blessing you, that's bringing more color and restoring the color to you is huge. Winner, winner, chicken dinner coming in. It's just bing, 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 bing. Things are in alignment for you. For some people, there's different astrology and planets and houses and things like, oh no, this is a tricky time astrologically. This is feeling like astrologically or not, I don't care. It's lined up for you. You are to be able to go through this little zone. You see where the opening is. You see this moment in time that you could take advantage of, and you're ready to go towards it in whatever way that needs to be. In whatever way. No more are your dreams, your goals, your world to be defined by somebody else. It's time to shatter the glass ceiling. Time to go for the brass ring on this. It is go for it here for you. It's big. Go for it is what I'm getting. It is time for you to unveil, unmask, and be your big self. Be your big self in whatever way. Unmask. There's a little bit of vulnerability that comes through this that's different, but you cannot... You're not meant to be contained and small and scrunched. No, you're breaking through. The message is important. What you're carrying is important. The truth that you carry needs to be honored and needs to come through. What else is coming through? This is a very, very kitchen witch deck that I got, and I didn't think that I would come through with this. The things that need to be pushed aside are pushed aside. The things that need to be drawn forward are drawn forward. Intrusion. And purpose. Don't let somebody else hijack your plans or hijack your dreams. There might be something that comes in and interrupts, but it feels like intrusion. If it feels like intrusion, they don't get to take up your space and crowd you out of your own dream. No. Purpose is here. If somebody needs to be thrown the hell out of your kitchen, throw them the hell out of your kitchen. If somebody needs to be shown the door, if somebody is just bringing you vampire energy all the time, they gots to go. Here. Purpose. This is what it is. So if you need to repel them and say, yeah, you're not for me this year. Not for me. I'm not going to go solve your problem. I'm not going to abandon whatever it is that I need to be solving this for you. No. The purpose is for you to draw towards you what actually serves you. This is huge for you. Huge. What else? One more out of here. You better believe it. Now look at this. Here we have the Fool looking at what's under the glass, what may have been meant for him that he has chosen to put under the glass. The mask is off completely. It's right here. You can see the mask is off. And he's got the two batons as if he has gone through the whole cycle through to the end of the world where you see the dancer with the batons leveled up. This is what we're getting. Having gone from being made small, made to play small, to choosing to go into this and take the leap of faith, to dancing through to completion on something and having mastery of the batons and going forward is beautiful. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy cow. Yeah, something that you need to have really well and truly let go, you already know. And this next 12 months opening up for you, this is a great year for you. It's going to be a challenging, great, fabulous year. It's going to be one that changes, and maybe 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now, you're being like, yeah, that was the start of it, wasn't it? It feels like that. Yeah, big. That's what I got. Okay, so Kim, if you tell me what's next, we'll keep going and check out what's happening with this. I guess we're going to put some of this right here for now. Running out of room on that particular tray, but that's okay. All right. Okay. Praying you're right. It's been a tough few months. Yeah. It doesn't mean it's going to be instantly easy, but this is a pivotal year for you, honey. Absolutely. Just treat it like God has set up something, or the universe has set something up that is huge for you, divinely huge. And even though it feels like it's been difficult, you're going to look back and it won't be as hard. You're going to look back and know that this is when that change began. Okay, Alicia's pinch. Let's see what's going on. Something about whatever is underfoot is going to change. Okay, I'm going to flip this down so you can see what's going on. Flip this down, flip this down. Pinch. The responsibilities that you have been carrying of the past for children, childhood, family, all of this. We've got the safety pin here that it almost looks like a diaper pin, like, you know, the old cloth diapers. It's just been too much responsibility. Now, this is usually the cat that's had the cream, the very, very satisfied cat here. It's like you're letting some of that responsibility go. You're delegating a little bit more. The cat that has the cream, cats do what they want, how they want, and they know how to take care of themselves. If they need sun, they get the sun. If they need a nap, they need a nap. If they need to have a cuddle, they'll go for a cuddle. But more often, they need to do what they need to do on their own and figure it out and then go forward. And this is very satisfied cat going on. This is huge. You are learning the difference. Learning right now. You're still going to be learning for a while. Time's here, and this feels like it's coming in as a big chunk of time. It doesn't come in as just a particularly season, and it doesn't come in as the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like a chunk of time. It may well be referencing the whole year going forward. Be a cat. Be the satisfied cat. Cats are not dogs. They're not made to go pleasing everybody and looking for everybody's approval. They don't give a flying fuck what other people say. Cats are going to do what a cat wants. Cats know that in them is the heart of the lion. In them is the heart that really tames the jungle. Whether they're a house cat or whether they actually are lion, they know what they're about. They know what it is. When we see cats hunt, whether it's the house cat hunting the mouse or the lion in the jungle, there is a stealthness in the way that they creep and crawl and approach things. And this is what is really a huge animal totem for you. Very stealthy, cat-like energy coming through. Sun coming through again. This is huge. Blessed year. Blessed year. Blessed chunk of time. Huge span of time. It might even be a little bit longer than this. It feels like about 14, 15 months. So it's more than blessed year. This is a very, very blessed time. Not necessarily easy peasy, but not as difficult as it has been. The 2 moons coming up. There's going to be 2 moons, 2 seasons of big, huge harvest coming in. These are coming in very, very different. Understanding your place right here. Understanding this, wearing your crown, all of that. Understanding the spiritual guidance coming through as you let go of this. Move further away from this. The whole, you have to be the mother to the whole world or fix everything and be responsible. No, you don't. You need to wear your crown. You need to understand who you are. You need to be stealthy and very deliberate in your choices about how you use your increments of time. It doesn't mean that you've just been wasteful about time, but you've been giving your time too freely to a little bit of the wrong activities, the wrong energies. It doesn't mean that family doesn't need to have a place, but it does mean that they don't get every moment of the day. Some people need to grow the fuck up and do some things for themselves. And you aren't there to be the fixer. You need to be the cat and take some of your time to yourself. And if you need a damn nap in the sunshine, then you take the damn nap. You need to operate like this cat, the satisfied cat. Now here we have here the pink coming through the heart, and this is crown energy and heart energy. All the upper chakras need amped for you right now. So this is the heart. This is the throat. This is third eye, and this is crown. The spiritual practice that you have, it feels like the daily grind and the do has been in the way of you connecting spiritually more often than it's needed to be. So take the time, whatever it is. If it means you need to get out of the house and walk around the block, if that's what it is that you need to do to spiritually connect, do it. But if you can't get a moment of peace to yourself, you need to maybe remove yourself from the house. I do remember my kids would be banging on the bathroom door. It's like I couldn't even get a minute to pee. And it feels like the universe has given you so much demand that you aren't being able to take care of yourself well enough. So you need to shift that. Honor that a little bit more. That's coming through. Yeah, the heart is very, very big. For family, for romance, for others. The heart for others. And it's always going to be linked. Always going to be so. The heart of the empath is big, 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 but sometimes it's too big, and sometimes people that would take advantage, they might not all be narcissists, but they might just know how to play on our heartstrings a little much and then get us to go over and solve their problem. No, the heart needs to belong to you again, and it needs fortified. You need to help yourself by taking care of yourself first. More. This is going to be very busy summer for you. We got the seahorse coming in, and it came in another reading, and it was all about the roles and different adaptability. This is coming in as summer. It feels like you need to understand the vastness of your ocean in order to get a sense of perspective. When we go to the beach, when I've been at the beach, and when people go, you get a sense of scale, of your own size, of your own how much life is short, and what you want to do, and what really matters, and what bunches the undies when it doesn't need to. It feels like this. It feels like, bear in mind the ocean. Bear in mind what's going on with that. It feels like summer energy, and you're having the lesson of the ocean presented. If you can't get to the beach, if you can't get to the ocean, if that's not even in your plan, you can put on the ocean waves. If you've ever heard ultrasound, when you're pregnant, you get an ultrasound. It almost sounds like the ocean waves. That's a way for you to connect, to listen to your own heartbeat, to listen to ocean waves. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. It will help you get balance and perspective that way. There's a season for this. We got the whale tail coming in here. Watch for something big. When you start honoring this heart, something big will be coming in. This feels like at the beginning of summer, probably end of June, and it's going to carry forward, and something that's growing is coming your direction. This is a leaf coming through. The spring leaves are on, and the flowering part, when we see the fluffy trees like the cherry blossom trees and things like that, the blossoms go, and then we also see leaves coming in at that time. The leaves, not just the blossoms, but the leaves. Or we see garden stuff, and they have the flower, and then the fruit comes in. You're approaching that time, and it's big, and it's coming, and it's coming, and it starts at the end of June. Anything else? Yeah, I want to pull a card. We're going to the Witchling Academy. I don't know why, but that's where we're going. 3 of Cups. You're going to celebration. It feels like August is going to be where you really start celebrating. Starts beginning of June, and it feels like by 2.5, 3 weeks of August, you're going to be celebrating. It's huge for you. Walk the way of the cat. Understand this cat energy a little bit more. It's huge for you. That's what I've got. That feels complete. Okay. Wow. That was pretty huge. That was like, okay, that cat energy. Yeah. You are definitely more cat than dog for sure. Absolutely. Okay. Let me put these away and we'll see what's going on. Wow. I love that for you. Yeah. Just remember that. I'm going to show you that goofy cat one more time. Hopefully you can see it well. But yeah, it's the very, very satisfied cat. That's how you can walk through it. You are so welcome, honey. You are welcome, Alicia. So welcome. Those were amazing, beautiful reads. It's going to be a really good year. Doesn't mean that it's the easiest, but it's good and it's pivotal. So some people think that we live our lives in 7-year segments. If we were to have a chapter of our book of life, it would be about 7 years. And it feels like you finished a 7 and now you're starting in a 1. So yeah, that's what I got. Get a little water. Kim, what do we got next? I thought we had somebody else on the list, but I'm not sure. Cassie Full. Okay, Cassie, do you have a question that you can post in the chat for me? I'm not seeing it on here, but we'll take a look and see. Yeah, I'm seeing just a general. Okay, yeah. Okay, gotcha. 1 second. Okay. We're doing a full, and we're using, it's like something about the forest, blah, blah, blah. And it was a great little deck, and it makes me connect with my guide Nell sometimes, but it's got this very forestry imagery, and it's hidden whispers of knowledge that really want to come through. Phil and I have been good. You haven't seen me in a while. I'm usually here on Monday and Wednesday. Phil and I have been good. He's on the road today, but we're doing good. We just watched WrestleMania together. And okay, you guys, just so you know, WrestleMania is not everybody's cup of tea, but Phil and I have fun watching it. And we really thoroughly enjoyed it. But that man, he totally surprised me. Like I brought my laundry down and thinking he's going to wash the stuff that he takes, when he goes to work because he's driving on the road. And he washed my laundry for me. Washed it, dried it, everything. I'm like, I have a good one. All right. General for Cassie. Let's see what's going on. Something about Oregon. You absolutely love the forest. That's why you moved to Oregon. Yeah. Multnomah Falls, spectacular. I actually graduated high school from Gresham, Oregon. So yeah, we lived there for a little while and it was gorgeous. And I'm in love with the beach of Oregon. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. So... nice, I do have a good one. Yeah, Alicia, I do. Okay, for Cassie, the general. Okay, we're going in a rainbow style for you, in a rainbow arc. So this is what we're going to see. All right. That's why it snowed there. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Readjustment, and then slide. So there is something that needs readjusted, and then it calibrates through. We're going this way. Rainbow arc this way. Then what do we see under here? There's a row of 5 coming through here, and then 1 up top. So give me just a second. I need a little bit more room. Hopefully you'll be able to see some of this. I want more room, so you're just gonna have to trust as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 at the top. Wow. Okay, the main central thing that's coming through is there is some kind of painful situation that you need to move on from. Big time. This is like death of a billion paper cuts. This is a lot of pain that's been endured, and moving on, moving on, moving on. What's happening, and why do I say this? The central card below it is getting your wish, and the card above it in the rainbow arc is the Sword of Truth. It's the Ace of Swords. So what we've got here is, you know, a truth that you have to move on, and it feels like slaying a dragon to do it, and then you have to go on your own, and it's big and it's scary, and how will you manage? How will you manage? But the way they fall is move on from this. Whatever this is, that's the readjustment that needs to happen. So it feels like, clunky, clunky, clunky. If you were driving a car on a flat tire and driving, pretty soon you would need to change the tire. If you know it's flat and you're feeling boom, 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 and it's kind of weird, you might as well get off on the next exit and change the damn tire and then get back going the direction you need to go. That's what's happening with this. Okay, the line across here. Page of Pentacles, the main character energy. 6 of Swords. Now, again, moving on, leaving the rough waters for smooth. And it's like this little one has the bridge laid out. It's a scary bridge, but she could cross it. It can be done. She'd need to be strategic. She'd need to think clearly, but this is leaving the rough waters for the smooth. This is going by rite of passage, crossing over to whatever it is that's new, crossing through it, knowing that you're the main character, holding the talent, holding the gifts that you have, traveling a little bit more lightly than you expected to in order to go towards your wish, honoring the truth, having your integrity level huge high. On both sides of this, on the Sword of Truth, we have Judgment card, to thine own self be true, restoration, wholeness, resurrection, all of that. Really, really solidifying and I would even say hardening, like you've been through a bit of the refiner's fire. If you put the sword in the fire to harden the blade, to forge the blade, that's what feels like has been done. Going forward this way, Page of Cups. Again, new start here, new start here. Huge, huge, huge. A surprise on the other side of this. A surprise on the other side of the bridge. Now let's go to the other side of the bridge here. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Both of these aspects of yourself are coming through. It's like you have Virgo and Aquarius going on together. One that is super pragmatic, knows what's going on, turns the tumbleweed into the Christmas tree. And the other one that says, cut the shit, we're going to do what we need to do, and we're going to get things done. And it's going to be right, and it's going to be fair, and it feels righteous. Now, that's not a word that I use loosely. When something is a righteous desire, a righteous intent, a righteous anger, it means it's true. It's true to the bone. It's true to the soul. It's not just something that's flippant or frivolous. No. The desire of your heart to be able to be in integrity and align them. Boom. Straight at it. That's what's going on here. That's what's underneath here. On this side, Four of Swords, the little bit of retreat that you've taken. And if you need to take it again, take it again. But it feels like mostly this is done. You've come to this understanding where you've retreated, gotten the rest, and you're totally clear. The ambition that it is to leave whatever this is, to do this, to leave this shitty situation behind, to cross this bridge, you're ready. It is ready, and it is rites of passage going on with that, coming through. That's not always what comes through with the Six of Swords, but today it's come through abundantly as rites of passage. Page of Wands. This is being a little bit of a hellraiser in a good way. So much excitement going forward. Huge, huge, huge. When you embody this, you know your value, you know your worth, and you know clearly what it is you need. When you have both of these energies of the Divine Feminine with you, it is huge. It is huge. These ones make great friends. The Queen of Swords is a good friend to have. Even though she's abrasive as hell, She understands the value and worth, and she's not going to spend time on junk at all. And this one wants to go forward. This page wants to go forward. This page wants to go forward. Everything wants to go forward. The only page that you don't have here is the Page of Swords. Why? Because you've seen it already. You've witnessed it already, and you're beyond that. Now you've rested. Now you're moving forward. Magician's here, ready to manifest. Huge, huge, huge. This is where you know all the elements are coming together. You have them all in the reading. All of them here. You have the Nine of Cups right in the center. You have all the elements here. If you can get the excitement about what it is you want to take on as authentically as possible, it's like a little bit of this unstoppable energy that wants to push, push, push forward in a huge way. I want another deck, and I don't have a second of this. Give me just a second. Yep. We're going to the Galactic Tarot. Yeah, five's coming through. There, look for triple fives coming up, and don't treat it as just disruptive or an interruptive, intrusive change. It's not meant to be that. It's meant to throw something a little bit differently. Number five is coming through for you. I don't know what that's about, but that's what I'm getting. Well, I do know why. It's because it's May. May is coming. May is coming. You're prepping for this now. It feels like the timeline we're getting is all of this happening, beginning to happen in a major way in May. Okay, 5 new cards out, and let me show you what we got. I'm going to tip this back down again. Okay, so we've got this going on. The Three of Swords, whatever was the painful, painful betrayal, you're leaving in the past. The Three of Cups is coming in to be there instead. Because even though the truth has been painful and it's been heartache and it's been tough, you now know where it is you fit. You now know what you won't settle for, and you know how to move beyond something. You are going to be where you're celebrated, where they lift a glass, where what you bring forward is an asset, and you know it, and you treat it as such. That's huge. Next out, the Two of Cups. Perfect partnering and pairing on more than one front. This doesn't feel like romantic. This feels like kindred spirits, plural. Perfect partners and pairing. New friends entering. New way of seeing, new way of doing. Huge, 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 huge. High Priestess energy coming through. You're just approaching now this High Priestess energy. It doesn't feel like High Priestess year has started. It probably already started for you quite some time ago. But it feels like this new mystery, you're getting the better question to ask. Huge, huge, huge. And then this Hanged Man, a shift of perspective. The new truth that's coming forward in a huge way for you is massive. What else is coming through for the center for you? This is what the Hanged Man, the shift of thought, needs to be about. The Knight of Coins. You are prepared, more than prepared. This is take it easy. This is the slow rider. This is the one that takes 3 canteens across the desert. Very prepared. And this is the one that typically rides the Clydesdale. This one is super ready. Antlers are up, big, 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 and riding what looks like a fox that has antlers. This is huge. You're tuning in. It's like your own antenna are vibing, and you're figuring it out right here. What else? Sword of Truth energy that needs to be recognized once more. The Magician. You're learning to manifest. Absolutely. You have all the elements below here and all of this galactic energy wanting to help propel you forward. That's what's going on for you. That feels complete. Holy moly. That is huge. That is really, really huge. You're going to be able to balance the energies, manifest, and move yourself forward to something new because you go through this rite of passage and you celebrate whatever this is that you're shedding and leaving behind, that you're moving on from. It's huge. And when you've moved on this, it's huge. You will be moving on and momentum will be gained. So the further that gets in the rear view, the more you grow, the more you expand. That's complete. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful reading. It makes a ton of sense. Good. You are so, so welcome. You're so, so welcome. That is a beautiful reading. Yeah. Yeah. Earth School is tricky, tricky, tricky. And sometimes we feel like the little girl in the woods that's in this deck illustrated. And it's like, it is a big adventure. Big, big, big. And you're doing really, really well. All right. That's what I've got on that. Let's see what's next. Cassie saying, my husband and I are currently separate houses trying to work it out. But I know it's just not. Yeah. And it might be that you're moving beyond that lesson. Yeah. Yeah. It feels very much the Six of Swords
When I see that come up it's in regards to relationships, it's somebody leaving a relationship that's been harsh. Not always is it abusive. Sometimes it's got DV components to it, but it's harsh. It's like sometimes we so want a relationship to succeed that we stay in the relationship too long for our own soul's growth. And so if you're moving on from that, that is perfectly to do. Perfect. It's hurt you a lot and you can't see moving forward. You will be able to move forward. You've been keeping him afloat for a long time. Yeah, I think that you're outgrowing that relationship. I think you're going to be moving towards something better than that for you. If you allow yourself to move on, it's going to be huge. It's just hard to imagine how that would be, but it can be done. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Kim, if you let me know who's next, I know you just probably typed it out there a minute ago and put it out there a minute ago. I'm going to move this tray down and get another tray out, and then we'll be back. You're welcome, Cassie. You are welcome. All right. We'll get this tray out and up because the other one's just too crowded with cards. Okay. Becky for a mini. Love if you remember correctly. All right. Becky for a mini. Really? We're going to go to the Light Seers. Now, you guys have seen this deck, and it's a beautiful one, and it took me forever to buy one, and then I suddenly wanted another, and then another. I love this deck. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. Mini love read for Becky. You know what? Because I can. I've got like 4 of these decks now. One of them's the mini. We'll put the energy in between in the miniature deck. We're going to do them the other side. We're going to see what's going on in the energy, and then we'll see maybe some of the bigger lessons because I've got 4. I want to use them. All right. All right. So the Light Seers. Yeah, it's a gorgeous deck for Becky. Let's see what's going on. You. Oh, boy. Powerhouse energy over there. 1 second. Other. I don't know if other's on the front right now or coming in. It's not my job. You're saying love read? Wow, okay, okay, all right. Energy between. And this is being recorded, but we'll see what's going on. I want 5 down the middle. Wow, wow, wow. These 2 want to come out as a 5. Okay, and then want a couple for the lesson on each side. At least 1 each. Okay, all right. All right, I'm going to scooch this in closer so you can see it better. This is what we've got. Hopefully you can see it pretty good. All right. The lesson on this side is how to protect your heart in a great way without being insecure, without holding back out of greed or out of fear, but how to protect your heart in the wise way and take care of yourself well. The lesson on this side of the equation is how to be strategic and how to do things wisely, not just emotionally. Both of you, you and other person, both of you have this. Ace of Cups. This bodes well for a love relationship. What else is going on here? Powerhouse stuff here. Judgment. To thine own self be true, going through as authentically as possible, and letting end the patterns of the past, death and rebirth, moving on to something that's brighter, and letting end whatever was the end. So the old relationships that have existed before, or the old way of doing in relationship. No, there's rising above it, and it's huge, huge, huge. Being called up. Being really called up to rise on this. This is a huge deal right here, okay? All right, other side of it. This one, trying to figure it out, trying to think their way out of a paper bag instead of feeling their way out. They're getting more and more in touch with their feeling. Page of Swords has seen things, and it's not always the best at communication. So be aware, not the best at communication, not bad match, but just not best at communication. A little bit too logical. Wouldn't surprise me at all if this person had the personality type that was like the engineer personality type. That's like really strategic, or the architect, that kind of energy. Hierophant here. This one needs to learn to laugh a little bit more before worrying about taking all these steps. This one needs to learn to enjoy the moment before taking all these steps. This is the Hierophant, usually the traditionalist, usually the one that's got the keys to the kingdom and teaching someone. This one might be a little bit of a know-it-all on this side. You got that King of Swords energy coming in, but needs to learn how to laugh. Now back down to the cards so we can show you what's going on with you in person. This is the lesson. This one needs to lighten up. This one needs to laugh. Now the energy coming through down below. See if I can get that. I'm going to pull these down, hopefully so you can see them. We got King of Swords and Queen of Coins on each side. This is the side that's on your side. This is the side that's on their side. They came out that way. This is duplicate there. So there's double energy on this. probably in their head a lot. This knowing your value, knowing your worth, and your lesson is to not give your heart to the wrong people or in the wrong way too quickly. Be very, very aware of this. This is having seen something, having known something, and wanting to partner. This is a card of wanting to partner. The energy here, it splits out like this. Feels like this one understands money, understands security. Feels like this one is still kind of waiting for what they put out there to come back. Wanting partnering. The universe has ordered something. Don't just go for what feels like strong support in the financial realm. Go for what it is you exactly ordered because you have enough of your own finance as it is. I want to look a little bit deeper about this energy, what's going on right here, smack in the middle. What do you need to know relationship-wise? Ha! 10 of Swords. You got to leave the pain in the past. Got to leave the death behind. Death behind. This one's witnessed and seen it a couple times. Needs to learn a lesson of how somebody is not somebody else. So if you're entering a relationship and you're dating a different type of person, you're not dating the same type of person over and over again, but it might be who you are thinking about or who you're dealing with is doing something that they've done before. And they need to recognize they're dealing with somebody new now, somebody different now, even though they might be doing something that is to type or to pattern. Might be the better way to describe it. One more in the middle for this. Love it. Ace of Swords comes through. The new truth comes through huge. The light is shining out of both of your minds. You guys are understanding, and there is a clarity and an understanding going on that's huge on this. Absolutely huge. Now on this, when you get this level of clarity going on, you may need to actually say, listen, I ain't your ex-wife. Listen, that was in the past. This is the now. You're not dealing with the same person, and they need to be reminded of that. Then they can move forward. There is big opportunity for love on both sides of this equation. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Yeah, that was a big one. And the light seers, and you get the card of clarity and light coming through in a big way. Love it. Love it, love it, love it for you. That's huge. Okay, that's what I've got. Okay. You just left. Let me see. You just left, so wonder who keeps trying to come back. Someone who, and he keeps trying to come back. Yeah, if you're meant to move on, then move on. With that 10 of Swords, that's a move on. If you've already had that lesson and you don't want to repeat it, there is love between you, but it's up to you to decide. If the universe has ordered something different for you and he keeps trying to present something that's old and out of date and not current and doesn't serve, you'll know. You need to learn the lesson of giving your heart in a new way. That's what I got for you. All right. Let's see what we got. Cass, a year ahead in a pinch. Okay, just 1 second. We'll get a drink and we'll do that. Is that right, Kim? Can you tell me if that's right? A year ahead in a pinch for Cass coming up. Perfect for Becky. Good, good. Okay. All right. Year ahead in a pinch. Okay. All right. We're going to the Arcanum for Cass for the year ahead. Okay. All right. Here we go for Cass, the year ahead in the pinch. Yeah. Life's been crazy for you and you have no idea what's going to happen or what's meant. That's sometimes the hardest time to trust when we don't know what's going on and we want to know what's going on. Trust the universe has you right now. It's really, really challenging. But trust the universe has us, guys. A lot of us are like, this isn't what it's supposed to look like right now. Actually, we're doing all right. Okay. All right. Cass, the year ahead. We've got the Arcanum Tarot. It's a beautiful, beautiful tarot. And we're going to do the year ahead for Cass. It feels like there's speed or haste coming up. Yeah. Okay. What we're getting for the 3 in the middle is that the harvest is already in. It's like you are picking the fruits off the vine already. Something big has already come in. This is like picking, and more than you could even hold. This is the 4 of Pentacles that sometimes is the miser, but you've got an abundance coming in, a plethora. Star card on this. This is follow your true north. The hopes and dreams that you desire are really coming in. It's like in some ways you've already got August going on for you. August, September, the fall, the harvest. Coming in. What you reap what you sow. And you've sown something very different that's coming in a good way. All right. Yeah. Love that. All right. We need May. May. What's going on here? What's going on? It's that one right there. Right there. Why is it that picky? I don't know. June. Wow. July. August. September. October. November. December. January. February. March. Okay. I'm going to show you what we got here. All right. This is what's going on. What you've sent out for is you want a perfect pairing and divine pairings only. So whether this is to do with romance like the Lovers in May and June, we've got May here. March, April, May, June, July, August. No, this was May. We're a short one here. This is May. I started with May. This is the April. What's coming in? This Lover's card used to be the choice of the heart's desire or the one you love. Make the choice, make the choice. This is multiple people that are entering, whether they're friendships, family relationships, or actual lovers. There's a perfect offering that's met with an equal offering. This is what's happening in May. The new start, new energy, family, career, work. You are offering fully, and you're going to be met and only settle for what is equal to the offering. You're not going to settle for less than you deserve. We've got May, June, July. This may be very much romance coming in. I want a little bit of a clarifier on this. It feels like romance coming in a new way, but July, May, June, July. July, if this is Lovers, then August is showing us somebody that's the dreamer might not be good at executing. Let's see what's going on here. Ha! Wow. Wow, look at that. Look at that. I want to clarify. It does feel like a romantic thing. It does. It feels like a romantic thing. It feels like he's a dreamer. He's questing for the grail. He might not be good at action. This one you don't want to take into battle. You want to take on a quest, sure, but you might have to do some fighting. This one doesn't have the sword. He has the cup, right? So he might be not good at backing up what he says. This might not be a long term. He might be a promiser of things. You need to be aware of what it is and make sure you're getting equal going into this. So we've got May, June, July, August, September, the sun. Full illumination on this. Full illumination on what this relationship has become. August here, the dreamer aspect. Some people are meant to be with the dreamer, some people not. You'll know best for you. September, October. August, September, October. Sun card, and then Page of Swords. You will have experienced, witnessed, observed, and you're going to make a decision going on. Whether you want to go forward, how you want to do it, how you want to approach it. You're wielding the sword. He wields the cup. Can you live with that? Can you be with that? You might be just fine with it. Some people are. It's up to you to decide. What's your hopes and dreams coming forward? Knight of Wands coming in November. This is huge. I want some clarification. Knight of Wands wants to go in a different direction. It doesn't mean to a different person. It means in a different direction. He's having to rein it in. He's wanting to charge forward in a different direction. Ah, Queen of Wands coming forward. Ooh. You might be understanding that you need to be a little bit high maintenance and demanding more. You might want more than what is available in this relationship, and you might get clarification. It might be a lesson. You'll have to decide and determine what it is you exactly want. She declares what she wants, and she settles for nothing less. This is what's coming in. The Knight wants a new direction. The Queen is very territorial and demands justice absolute. It has to be equal offering. If it feels like it's not, you'll just tell them to step off. It has to be absolute. If he's a dreamer and needs to offer more, it might be that you need to tell him, hey, up your game. It might be something like that. That doesn't feel entirely off at all. December, the Emperor comes in. This is where you set up the rules of the game and how you want it to be for yourself. This is December. You are ruling your own kingdom, and you're doing it in a very fierce way. She's not backing off of what she wants. She's not going to settle for less. No. You are the Emperor in this. It's not just the receptive Empress, but it's also the Emperor. The one that is protective, that sets up for the realm, that provides for the realm, that knows exactly what they want and need. Does not go without. The Emperor does not go without. That's December. January, Death card. It's the ending of one thing and the rebirth of another. And look at this. This is something pure coming forward. Something being offered, and the essence of it is really, really something special, something quite spectacular, and it's something new. Death and rebirth, starting something new in January. Let's look for a clarifier on that. Ending something. It might be an ending to a pattern or a behavior or a mode, but that season is ended. Something new comes forward. Whoa, Three of Cups. Being celebrated, not tolerated. Understanding exactly what you're great at. Exactly your fabulousness. And being surrounded by a whole lot of emotional flow that's great for you. This is what's happening in January. In February, Seven of Cups. Now what are you going to choose? A little bit of smoke and mirrors, a little bit of clouded thinking, a little bit of scattered and procrastination. What do I do? What do I do? Can I make a decision? Yeah, you damn well better make a decision. Let's see what's going on with that. Got to make a decision. What do you actually want? And I am getting it. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Like coming at you over and over and over, coming at you. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? You are very much going to this. You're not going to settle for anything less. It's like this Queen of Wands energy. The fire's been brewing and brewing and brewing and building, and she needs to have what she wants. Absolute. Okay. February. Oh, no shit. Absolutely. You want what you're worth, and you know it. And you're not going to settle for less. Absolutely. She knows her value. She can turn the tumbleweed into the Christmas tree, but she might not want to. She can look in her pantry and conjure up a feast for, an army if she needs to, but she might not want to. She knows what she wants, and she wants things that are good for her. Some people would say she's materialistic. She's not necessarily materialistic. She just knows that she wants quality. You can get a shitty dollar store item and it breaks in 2 days, or you can get something that's made a little better, constructed a little better, and it lasts for a long, long time. She knows quality, and that's what she wants. That's February. March. Nine of Swords. Thinking, overthinking, dreading. Oh no, what do I do? What do I do? You are way in your head in March. You need to get out of your head. Let's see what's going on there. The worry, the anxiety, the stress, you're going to have to change something. The decision that you made to get the quality that you want and the aspect that you want is going to require you to take charge of something. And this is kind of a little bit of delay, putting it off in February and March. It's not going to serve you to put it off beyond much other than that. It just really doesn't. Let's see what's going on with that. Clarification from the Nine of Swords. You're going to make a choice, and you're going to make a strategy. This one's clear of their power. They're a powerhouse. They know how to strategize. They know how to plan. They know how to send the army where it needs to be to fight the battle that needs to be fought. The important battle, this guy recognizes. This is different. This is different caliber of person, different caliber of relationship, different caliber of doing. And you're very keenly aware of that in March. April, we come to the 8. The 8 of Wands. Things are lining up, ducks in a row, lining up. This is giving speed, giving haste to whatever this plan is. This usually takes about 3 months, and it's giving haste. It's going to come in much better, and it's going to echo this one more time for you. This is May, next May. Yeah, karmic lesson completed, and justice is balancing. This is what's coming in. The lesson will be there. The balance will be there. That's complete. Holy cow. That is huge, 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 huge. So what it is that you're dreaming for, what it is you want to do, it's unfolding and unfolding, and it's unfolding in a beautiful way. Let it unfold. Be clear about what you want, and keep going. And keep picking the fruits off the vine that you're sowing. Like you sow the fruit, and it comes in, and you're picking it off the vine, and you're choosing and you're choosing. Keep making choices for yourself. All right, next is Cast for a Pinch. Let's see what's going with that. All right, Cast for a Pinch. Wow. Usually I open this way, but this whole thing feels upside down, and it feels like, it feels like almost like hangman energy. You need to look through a different lens. The lens, like if you go get glasses and the eye doctor flips this or this, this or this, the lens needs flipped entirely. I don't think I've done it this way before. Okay. This is usually the bottom that I'm pulling from. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. All right. A lot spilling over and out. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Flip this down. Okay, I'm going to put this more center so you can see, because it's like way to the edge. I mean, it just bounced out. These ones bounced out. All right, there is a little bit of self-deception going on right here. Hopefully you can see this. We have the snake that is coiled. There's a little bit of self-deception that's going on that you won't tolerate anymore. And your self-deception is to do with what is actually the dream of love that you think it gives and what it actually is. There's something hollow in what you're dreaming of. There's something that you are learning more about, and you're learning what is the deeper lesson. It's coming in, and you're going to learn. You're going to trust your intuition. You're going to learn how to expand in a huge, deep way. You've got these 3 hearts. Hopefully you can see them right here. And they're coming in, and this is third eye stuff coming in, trying to open up. You're going to trust your gut a little bit more. There will be signs that you ignore now. I usually get the bird of peace and its sign, and sometimes it's very much literally like a dove going by or a white bird going by. There's going to be a sign that you will ignore or that you have ignored. You have ignored. Past tense, you have ignored. You need to be more at peace with what your heart is teaching you, and you need to go for the deeper meaning of the heart's deeper lessons. If you want the reward, if you want the gift, if you want the pearl that comes at a price of friction, and learning, and overcoming, then you're going to have to be more at peace with yourself. Less pretzel, okay? This is what's coming in. Less pretzel. You don't just settle or take whatever is offered. No, less pretzel. Now, this is very interesting. We got you riding, but it's a little bit of a difficult ride going forward for the next few months. Then we've got a key that's literally inside this shoe. You can see the key here. I'm going to tap it out. The key is walking your own path, but I've never seen it land like this. Never. The key was literally inside your own steps, inside your own shoes, inside your own path, and slowing it down. This is going too fast. This horse is careening forward too fast. The key is you walking your own path here. There's the key, the knowledge, the perfect knowledge that you need that's a little bit missing here, that's coming. Slow it down, walk your path. Don't fool yourself. Don't pretzel yourself. Walk your own path. The key is within you. It's huge. And here you see on this key, I'm going to hold it up so you can see. But the key, it has right there where the teeth are, 2 hearts. This one over here has 3 hearts, and one of them is empty or shallow or inexperienced might be the better word. You need the 2 hearts that are actually looking forward, and the ones that have the experience, that have the inner wisdom and knowledge in order to go forward. Walk your own path right here. Whoa, sorry. Then the next one, oh, we've got another one. We got the wild horse here that we have here, and we got the wild horse right here. 2 horses, I have not seen that. Ugh, it's telling me you need to have evenly yoked. You can't have the chariot being led by the glue factory horse and a thoroughbred. You would not pair them together and expect to have good success. It'd be like if you're driving your car and you have the donut tire and then you have like an extra heavy duty winter tire and you think you're going to go on a icy road with that. No, you can't go far that way. These horses need to be equally yoked. Now look at this. I'm going to put them together and bring this down for you so you can see. You don't need glue factory. You need 2 thoroughbreds, 2 of the same mind, okay? And you're learning. This is a time where learning is happening. That's okay. And then your crown, you're learning your value, your worth. This is coming in big. This is something that's going to be a big experience, a broad experience. It's going to take some time. Yeah, okay, we're going into the Weird World Tarot. I want to pull a couple cards from here for you. What's going on with this? It feels like we need at least 2. Harvester's card, 7 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. Harvester's card, learning what to pull off the vine and not to pull it too soon. 6 of Pentacles. This is learning when you share, you get more. It's a lesson of give and take and learning that you have an abundance to share, that you don't have to settle. You're not the beggar. You're the giver. Okay? That's what I got for you. That's complete. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Very unusual charm reading right there. Very unusual. But that's what I got. And be very mindful. The key is you taking your own steps. You're the one that's in charge of it. All right. That's complete. All right. Now let me put these charms back. Running out of room. Running out of real estate. Okay. All right. So how are we doing? Krista, a pinch. Okay. All right. Just 1 second. We'll put these charms back in. Yeah. The charms I don't even usually advertise. So if you know, you know. But they're really pretty fun. Yes, and Kim knew I would love them. She sent me a chunk of them. I got a chunk of them, and then Kim sent me a chunk. I probably ought to get some more, actually. It would be a really good thing. Let me write that down. I'm just going to put a CH on my hand. You guys can see. I put CH. I need to order some more of those. Okay. Okay, for Krista, a pinch. Let's see what's coming in. Whoa. Okay, now very interesting. We have the dragonfly coming in here. Flipping this down. Shake. Yeah. We have the dragonfly that comes in here. Now we have this. The beautiful truth is blooming big for you. This is huge. And what is this? This is the elephant, but what does it say? It's the elephant. It's got the heart, and I can't tell what it says. But it's the elephant with the heart. It's coming through big. It's something about remembering a long time love. And it feels like very much something about the maternal line coming through. Yeah, it's a language I don't speak. I don't know what it's actually trying to say. But what I'm getting through is there was an earthquake the other day. And remember that all the elephants went around the little elephant to keep him safe. This is speaking your truth and maternal love. This is like feeling like all the mamas of the herd coming around and protecting you right now. Go ahead, speak your truth. Go ahead, proceed forward. You're the little elephant going forward. Juiciness is coming through for you. This is the orange. Hopefully you can see this really well. I think you can. But the orange is coming through, and it's segments of joy, segments of joy. It takes work to peel the orange. If you just eat the skin and bite right in, you're going to get bitterness. If you peel the orange and peel the segments out and then take even the dividers of the segments, they're so sweet. It's a little bit of extra work, but lots of juice. And you've got the juice. The thing is, does somebody got the juice to do that? It's not if they have the stones or the balls, but they do. Do they have the pull? Do they have the juice to do that? Yeah, you do. You have the juice to do that. And it's coming down the mama's lines, down the mama's lines, down the mama's lines. Yeah, you've got the juice for it, is what I'm getting. You have the power, you have the ability, you have the gift, you have it inherently there. It's part of your spiritual blueprint. It's there. You've got the juice. Okay, flipping it back down so you can see. Flipping it back down, flipping it back down. Okay. Then we have the fairy on the moon. This is the guides coming through again. Now, before we saw a fairy come in, I don't know if it was this exact charm or a different one, but it came through with the energy of Nell. This is coming through with a little bit different than Nell. But it's winged energy, winged guidance. This is what's coming through. There is like the way of connecting with not just the ancestors over here, but with the divine also coming through. This is just you having the spiritual juice to do something, and your guides are coming through. This isn't representing one specific, it's representing many on this. Don't know why, but that's what's going through. The time for change is upon you. It's coming very, very soon. You are just growing, expanding, learning, growing, expanding, and change is happening. You're steering by the way of the dragonfly. This is huge, huge, huge. I'm getting Evinrude. I think Evinrude from the Rescuers. Evinrude. Why am I getting that? It's unexpected. And it's also in the name. The unexpected change. It's raw. It's unexpected. It's not everything is smooth through sailing. It's taking a little bit of more work than you think to navigate. You've got the juice to do it. The time is coming soon. The 6 is popping off of this right here. Let me show you. This is what that charm is, but the 6 is popping off. There's something about June popping off for here. I don't know what it's about. We're going to go the cards for this. Okay. The Garden Witch Tarot. I want to know what's going on in June because the fruits are right there popping off, popping off. Something about June. Let's see what's going on. 1 second. A completion, and then the 6 of Cups. Loving it, loving it. Completion, and then you're really, really going into this friendshiping energy more and more and more. The world, this is a completion that happens in June, and then things opening up, opening up, opening up. All the butterflies here. Hopefully you can see that clearly and it's not getting too much glare from the light. But that's what's coming through. This is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Yeah, and you're not going to be dealing with the grubs and the worms and the caterpillars too much. You're going to be in flight more. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Do you see? Are you seeing now? Here, 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 here. You. Got it? Blue butterfly, blue energy of truth coming through. Yes, abso-dang-alutely. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. Gorgeous. That's what I've got. That feels very, very complete. And this whole, it's juicy. It's going to get juicy, and you've got the juice to do it. Don't doubt yourself at all. You've got the juice to do it, honey. Whatever it is, it's fantastic. Goodness gracious, thank you so much. You're so welcome. That was a great one. That was a very fun, quick pinch, but holy smokes. That was great. All right. Okay. Kim, are we done? Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Janelle, you're ahead. Okay, you're ahead in a pinch. Okay, we'll see what we can do with this for Janelle. All right, we're going to put this here. We'll put the charms aside. We'll do the year ahead first, and then we'll get to the pinch. Oh, Janelle. Wow, exciting. We are going to the secret mirror. And I got these. These are in Spanish, and these are not. And these are in color, and these are not. This can be really fun. Okay. Yeah, and I've got 4 of these. We're going to start with these in the center. Then we're going to go around them with these, and then we're going to clarify it with the other ones. All right. For Janelle, you're ahead. What's going on? Wow, wow. Oh, popping. Things are popping for you. I'm just so delighted. The daily grind is not going to feel like so much of a grind for you. The 2 of Cups is coming through. Perfect offering, perfect pairing. We just talked about this a little bit. Teamwork all around you, the benefactor. People are seeing your gifts and supporting you more and more and more. And this friendship energy, it's like you're welcoming a whole bunch of new friends going forward. This is the colors that you can't help but bleed through the year for you. This is huge, huge, huge. Huge for you. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's get this so you guys can actually see this. And it's recording. I just had to adjust my other thing, but that's okay. Now let's see what's going on. Going into the bigger cards, going around with the secret mirror. Yeah, this feels like a really strong thing to pay attention to. The support that you're getting, the skill that you're bringing forward, and the benefactor energy. What you have a talent and a gift for is something that should be very much rewarded. And keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. Okay. All right. May, June, July, August, September. May, June, July, August, September. Yes, okay. October, November, December. Wow, wow, wow. Star card's coming in big. Look, that's December. January, February, March, April. Wow, okay, you're going to have to make a decision in April. All right, let's put these to the back for a minute. Flip this down so you can see. And then we'll go through with clarifiers if we need to with the really vivid colors. A lot of these in this one are coming in and they're only limited colors through here. And then they have like, one of them has the Magician and the Star, and one of the decks I have just has the Magician colorized. So the color comes in sporadically in the bigger deck of the Secret Mirror. But this one that has the Spanish in it has all the coloring in it. So let's see what's going on. And we have the Star over here. Right here, boom. And right here, double stars. And yeah, some decks have double stars. Some decks have extra cards. This one, double stars. Look, it's not because I got the decks confused. The edges are both yellow on this. It's double stars. One of them is the imagination of what's going on in May, the thinking of what your dream might be. And by December, you're very, very clear and things are coming in full color. It's like if you were developing a talent or a gift right here. It's coming in more fully and more fully, more fleshed out, more colored. Love this, love this. June, Queen of Swords coming in. Cutting what is non-essential. Knowing what it is that you want to focus on. And this is a strong, clear, and particular focus that you're going to have going forward. A dedication to it. Dedication to it over and over and more, and deeper development and more, and deeper development and more. Leveling up, leveling up, leveling up. May, June, July. July. The apprenticeship not only has begun, but you're deep and in the thick of it in July. The decision of what you want to focus on and how clear and dedicated you want to be. It's like you decide, okay, I'm going to give my year to this. I'm going to give a year of time to developing, whether it's baking or pottery or knitting or doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you're dedicating this time to yourself and your gift, and you're very clear about it. And whether the reward becomes financial down the road, whether it enhances, whether it's a little side hustle, or whether it's just something you love and you've always aspired to do, you're going to reap that reward in a big way. It's coming in here. It's also coming in here. This is November. You're at a 7 there. That's huge. King of Wands coming in August. This is being very, very clear about what you want and inspiring others to do the same. It's like you are chasing your dream, following your gift, learning so much and really investing in this in such a way it inspires others to do the same. You're taking the lead. This is huge. You're going to teach others a little bit on this. I don't know if it's going to be a formal class or if it's lead by example, but the ambition that you have to do this and the dedication is strong. And you see it happening here in July. And in August, it feels like the dedication becomes more than, okay, I'm going to show up and do the thing, show up and do the thing. It's an ambition to do, to serve, to go forward, to lead, strongly lead, to share the gift. In September, you share, you get more. You know this and you are the giver. Definitely the giver. And as you gift, as you share, as you teach, you learn more, you learn more. You are on the receiving end too, but not because you're the beggar and needing and, oh, please, please, pass me. No, but because you're willing to share, you're willing to be open about something, you're getting more and more empowered to receive more and more and more. This is huge. What else do you need to have on this? About the reception. Tune in, tune in. You need to dial in, tune in. This is tuning in your frequency, up-leveling your frequency. Don't be held back. Don't be held back. This is up-leveling and allowing yourself to flow. Okay? Okay? Yes. Look at the duplicate. It was in the center, and it's hitting you right here. As you give, you are supported more and more and more. Okay, the lovers come in. This is a choice you make in October. The lovers are here. The choice. Now, this might be where you need to prioritize a little bit. In the lover card, where he has to choose between whether he's following his divine path or whether he's following his romantic heart. Sometimes we're able to do both, sometimes not. But you're going to have to make some choices. Let's get a little clarity on that. Oh, you are going to get big time clarity. You're going to have to choose what makes you happy. The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. It's going to bring you the most joy. The choice needs to be what brings you the happy. And you're going to make that easily. It's not going to be difficult. It's what's going to colorize the rest of things. So November. This is October with the Sun on it. November here. This is where you have the harvester coming in. And they're just sitting. The apples are ripening right before their eyes, right? They're ready to receive. They're ready to have more of the harvest come in, and they know it. This is huge. Your Thanksgiving is going to be way busting out gratitude. Lots and lots and lots of blessings. It's all good. It's all gifts coming forward, coming forward, coming forward. Why? Because you're sharing and you're offering, and you're doing it in the right way. December. The star is really, really full. The dream is right here, and it's colorized. It's coming through. The gifts you've shared, what you've offered, what you've taught yourself is huge. That's December. January. What you've built, you're getting a curveball. And this is the one that people are like, that blasted tower. Nobody wants this. This is one of my favorite cards. Why? Because I've experienced these towers. It's a curveball. It's going to, like, it happens when people sometimes it's a breakup and sometimes it's divorce. Sometimes it's a change in geography. Somebody gets a new job out of the blue. For my husband and I, his company of 100 years went under. We ended up getting a different job and actually moving and getting into a house. But it takes a while. You got to kick the rubble out of the way. And then you're on the new start. The bolt that comes from the divine is because you're in this thing, you're in this flow, you're doing great, but the curveball is necessary. It comes through. It's the plot twist. It's the cosmic wrecking ball. It's the beautiful disaster. But it's going to feel like everything has turned upside down for a bit. You kick the rubble out of the way and you keep going. It's like this January, it's going to be revelatory for you. Really, really big. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, look at this. King of Wands comes in color. How are you going to take the lead? How are you going to take the ambition full on for yourself? How are you going to lead? You need to make the choices. You're not following somebody else's ego, somebody else's energy. It's about you. You need to be the one in charge of this. Hanged Man, you're going to make a decision, but it's going to be a willing sacrifice of time in February where you're taking the time and making a new choice. Let's see what's going on else in February. I want to see with that. I have to snoop on this one. I want 2 cards on February. What's going on? Because you're going to be in limbo for a bit. After this tower hits and you're still taking this lead strongly, you're going to be in limbo. It's just as nutty as if somebody said, you know, let's sell the house, get an RV, and we'll travel the country for 1.5 years. It feels almost that nutty. Just be aware. The universe will guide you to different circumstances, different situations, and you'll be like, I would have never thought of that. But the universe sometimes has a better plan than we do. And it's hard to trust when all of a sudden the tower hits and it's like, no, trust it. Trust it. It's for the good. All right. What else is going on? Whoa. We got the stack. Page of Wands. Time to explore. 6 of Wands. Really explore and get the victory. 9 of Wands. There's resilience that's required of you, and you're going to need to stand strong for your boundaries. Defend what it is you've been working towards, but from a new point of view. The World. A completion is here. Huge, 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 huge. The year that completed in December and January was meant to be completion on that. Now the new adventure is beginning. High Priestess says, I have the answer. Ask a smart question. Spiritual growth out the wazoo will be coming in. Celebration time coming forward. Being celebrated by your tribe, by your friends. Yes, lifting and having this thing where people appreciate and recognize how far you've come, what you've offered, what you've done, what you've taught, what you've honed, and where you're moving towards next, what you're going towards next. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. really, really spiritual celebration overflow happening for you if you allow it. And the truth and the laurel wreath of victory here coming through in such a strong, strong way. February, you're going to shift. The willing sacrifice is going to be honored, and it's going to shift in a big way. March, the Santa Fe burger. That's what I call it. It's when what you've ordered from the universe finally comes back to you in such a huge and gorgeous way. You don't even hardly know what to do. You see the ships on the horizon. You can be patient a little bit more and you'll be able to do it. You'll know that you've put in, paid your dues, done what needs done, and now the universe is bringing it back. So whatever you've done to send out before and needs to come back to you, it is coming back to you fully. This is beautiful, beautiful energy coming here. Even though it requires patience, it's gorgeous. Two of Swords, a new choice will need to be made in April. And this is where logic, a new choice. How do you frame it? What do you really need? And it will require the blindfold taken off. It's going to require some emotional investment, not just logic and looking forward, but you're going to have to put the sword down, set the logic down, stand up, turn around, and face the water again. Face the water and see what emotion wants to offer. It's not just about the sword. It's about the cup too, okay? What else is coming in on this? The decision, the decision, the decision. You might be dreaming a new dream. You might be having a new start of something you didn't expect. Yeah. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Okay, it's giving us a reference point back to November. Even though this is next April coming through, you've got a little bit of light, not the sun, but enough light to trust your intuition. And you'll have the wild and the domestic, the wild and domestic. The brave or the safe is what's coming through. You're going to have to choose. The brave or the safe, the brave or the safe. And the truth of the matter is a choice might be a little bit of both. Here we have the 7. Defending the boundaries and straddling two worlds. It's going to be a little bit of both. And then here we have this other 7. And what is this? It's the reference to the November card. It's coming in full color. The harvest is coming in. It's coming in. It's coming in. But the focus is going to be redirected and there's going to be more strength, more application of something different in order to bring in another kind of harvest. That's what I've got. It feels like if you were a farmer, you'd go from planting onions to corn or something like that. The crop is different. The harvest is a little bit different here. And that's coming in full. And you'll know as you approach it, you'll know. You'll be there. You'll get that. That's what I got. That feels complete. Holy smokes. What a beautiful, beautiful reading that was. This is great for you. I don't know a lot of people that wouldn't love to have double stars going on this. The Tower is a little bit of a scary card. Trust me, it is. But it is gorgeous. It's the plot twist. And that's usually the best part of the book, isn't it? Breathtaking. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that for you. Love, love, love it. All right. So, Kim, let me know if there's somebody on the list. If we've got a charms read, I think that's right. Am I up to speed? Do we have a charms read coming up for her? So amazing. Can't wait. Good, Janelle. Good, good, good. Love that for you. Okay, let me put these somewhere somewhere in this card holder. We've got to get the cards in there somehow. Okay, I think we have, yeah, the charms read for Janelle. Okay, the pinch. Oh, what I'm getting is the image of a hairpin, the old school hairpins, not the bobby pins, the hairpins. And I'm getting that image as if it's a road that has a chicane. The turn in the road. That's what's coming up through the pinch. Okay. Interesting. We'll see what happens. I know these aren't upside down. Woo. Oh my gosh, it's full. Wow, wow, wow. You got like a double, triple pinch going on this one. Okay, let's flip it down and take a look. Let's see what we got. Okay. Janelle's pinch. A full year for sure. Oh my goodness. It matters to you. The starfish and being thrown back into the thick of it, it matters to you. It's huge, huge, huge. Flip this over. The mouse, something that's been the thief of something is going out, going out. The thief has been discovered and it matters to you. What matters to you needs to be made priority. It's your individuality that's coming in. It's like the planets want to line up around you and who you are become. It's the solar chakra all through. It's not just the self-expression that comes through this blue flower of blooming where you're planted. It's more than that. It's declaring your I amness to the universe. It's huge, huge. And then the mouse goes. We have the leaf coming through, things coming into full bloom and full fruition. Also, asking something to be watered, nurtured, taken care of. If you don't take care of the houseplants or the garden, then it dries up and dies. It needs to be nourished, nourished, nourished. Whale Tail is telling us bring a big dose of water if you want the plants to grow. Nourish, nourish, feed the plants. This is huge. The fox, very, very crafty, having to do with career, having to do with work and skills and navigating, maneuvering skillfully. Very much so. Going forward, these are reading very Lenormand. Not exactly Lenormand, but Lenormand flavor. Now we've got the shoe coming in. And we saw this coming in with the flip-flop and the key in it and someone else's read earlier. The shoe's coming in. You're going to have to lace up the boots. And they need to be tight. You need to be really prepared. If you were to go into the wrestling ring, you would want your boots laced up good. You need the right shoes for the walk. You need the right tools, the right supplies. You need to be prepared, laced up. New messages coming forward to you. This is coming big. The horse is coming in like the rider. New messages coming forward. When is this coming forward? Do we have time on this? This is feeling like it's the end of May coming into June. As I'm doing this, going through, I'm getting the end of May to June. So this is probably maybe even after May 20th, maybe even after May 22nd, 3rd, 4th, something like that, the message comes in. There's a new message about something. And you're strutting. This is something where you're showing off. And it's a good thing. Show off, show off. You've got the blue butterfly here that you can see. And you've got the blue flower. Bloom where you're planted. And fan the feathers, man. You've got the peacock right here. I don't know if you can see this well enough, but I want to bring it up so you can. You can see the peacock fanning and shaking. Yeah. It is time to strut a little bit. Show off the beauty in the work that you've created and done. This feels very, very big. There's networking coming through in the web here. This is a spider. It's not just feeling the vibration on the web. It's asking you to weave together, join together, put together, and it's asking for networking to happen here. You are creating a web. You are creating what's going on here. You're creating the points of connection. This is huge for you. This is coming in a very strange way, but that's what it is. It's not just feeling the vibrations. It's creating the points of connection. Okay? You're going to be doing this all calendar. This feels like it's surrounding all these elements. And this feels like it's the whole year coming up. The whole year right here. You're creating this. This feels like this needs to be right here with this. Going on, going on. What's down here? This is ambition. This is November night. November night sky coming in here. Again, the I amness of the planets lining up is felt. And it's like you step out on your porch at night, you look up at the stars, and you're like, yes, you've accomplished so much of what you needed to do. It's coming in, coming in, coming in. Big time. It's over here. It's going forward. It's down the track. Then what do we have here? We've got the slightly smug cat. You're turning your back to something and preparing for something new here. And then we've got the moon and the star here. Yeah. It's like there's an inkling happening, an inkling of desire. This feels like we're going into December, January in timeline. So we're scooching this over. It feels like there's an inkling going on. There's something more that you're wanting. And you've got this in here. The pink starfish gets its wish. And then here we have it here again. This is now what you want, not what you need to have taken away. What you want that you need to bring into fruition. It's a very productive year for you. Prolific is a right word as well. You're doing. On a hot streak is what I would say through here. And it's prolific. And then when you get to December, January, you're shifting where your heart is and wanting to do something new. And this is feeling like you've completed something. Like if somebody were to write a book and they needed to write the book, it feels like, yeah, it's complete, it's written. And then you might not need to write. You might need to do, I don't know, baking or something. I don't know. But that's what it feels like. It feels like a completion that happens by about that January, February that we were seeing before. And it feels like the November night sky with the big moon where the I am is satisfied to a rich degree. It's known, it's understood, known to the bone, known to the soul, known soul deep. That's what I'm getting on that. That's absolutely gorgeous. Put your boots on and lace them up tight because it's going to be work. But you are running a race that is a marathon. And you are very, very much in training and doing and doing and doing. And whatever this endeavor it is, it's going to line you up and prepare you for what's to come next year. You can't be in next year now. You have to be in this year now. So get your boots on, lace up, get out there, get doing it. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy smokes. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. That is an absolutely gorgeous reading. So that's what I got. The list is closed for today. I will be on again on Wednesday at 11. So if you guys want to see me on Wednesday, we will do it that way, and that will be fabulous. I love this. You guys can see I love the cards, love the cards, love the cards. And I love doing charms and doing readings, and we will do it again. So that will be super, super fun. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And I will upload this. It'll probably be uploaded by this evening, so you can go through, and I won't have it timestamped, but you'll know about when you came in on the show. I started at 11, and we're finishing now, so thank you, everyone, for your support and for being here today. Have a happy, happy day. Much love, everybody. Mwah. See you later.